Big pop, oh bitch.
Can you hear me now? My mic must have changed for Streamlabs. I'm sorry, guys. So let me do that over. We were supposed to stream with the Dixon Way tonight, and I was in Streamlabs, which is probably why my mic muted. And I found out he's watching the game. He lives in Georgia, lives in Atlanta, so he's watching. I think he's in Atlanta. He's watching the game over the Air HD, which is the fastest way to watch a game. Some of you know, many of you know, I'm watching the game on the NBA League Pass because I live in Connecticut, which means I was going to be probably at least 30 seconds behind him. It's impossible to do a play-by-play with somebody when there's that much of a gap. I thought he was going to be able to pause the game. I thought he had cable. He's like, nope, we don't have cable. We're doing, or no, they do have cable. They don't have HDR. So I was like, well, crap. We're not going to be able to do it tonight. Maybe we can do the next game together. We were all set, ready to go. I had the setup all changed, and unfortunately, we got to be in sync to call a game, and we're going to be not in sync. Good evening, Zine, Zoom, Tax, Brazilian Ghost, Morrow, Go, Casticle, Go, Crypto Keeper, Hugo. Here at the game with your son. Nice. Your sound is very low compared to the graphic sounds. My sound is very low. Oh, my sound is low compared to the graphic. You know what? I wonder if my microphone went down again. I've found lately that on Windows, the microphone constantly is. It went down to 67 again. I don't get this. This is. You guys should be able to hear me now. That should be much better, right? I won't be able to pull them in tomorrow because the way we're set up, I have to go into Streamlabs and window cap this, that, and the other. So yeah, it's a bummer. Steven T, what's going on? We got the lighting, I think, a little better tonight, but the sound, I don't. Why does my mic constantly change? Does anybody know Windows 11? Like, why you're? Is there a way to lock your microphone volume? I swear, every time I come here, it's down to 67. I got to turn it back up to 90 or 88 because when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, well, it's going to 88 miles per hour. Thank you guys. Yeah, if you haven't done so, if you want to be an official member and sponsor TSR Sports, pop, show them how. It's the thumbs up. Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! Wow, how's the new car? Chick magnet. I'm dating somebody, so not so much. We do play on Christmas. Trey Jones available, and actually, I believe everybody is good to go for tonight. I think we're 100% healthy for the first time this season. Ruindo's no good. Well, Morrow, it's what I got. Marco, good evening to you. Reyes, go Spurs, go to you. Volume's good now. Good. Ace the one. That's how I'm feeling. Wait, there's a Windows greater than Windows 95. I like Windows 95. They even like Windows Me a little bit. At least they had DOS back then. You had more control over things. I have not seen the Superman trailer. Go Spurs, Geo 77 7. For a good game tonight. I'm bummed out we can't stream with the Dixon Way. Yeah, you know, life happens. I still got Selena. Selena's always here no matter what. Even when she's not here, she's here. Literally, she is here, but she just can't see her. Linux, that's not still around, Rico, is it? By the way, let's all hope that tonight is the start of an 18-game losing streak for the Atlanta Hawks. I would be okay with that. I would be very okay with that. Or more. Probably not going to happen. Not in 18 games. I don't think that the Hawks are a lot better than last year. I don't know if DeJounte Murray being off the team is helped them that much or bringing in Dyson Daniels. Selena Gomez, my dream guest? No, definitely not. With all due respect to Miss Gomez, my dream guest would be a Spurs player, although having them come over to my house is pretty much no chance of that. But David Robinson, of course, I'd have to adjust the camera. Sean Elliott, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Victor Wembanyama. My dream guest would be a Spur, either current or recent. Yes, it is because we have the Hawks first round picks, Jax Cordy, so I want them to suck really bad, but they're not bad this year. Rico, I hope you're right. I'm surprised and disappointed Atlanta has played this well. So I'm actually very surprised. Tonight, 35 points for Rissache and 64 points for Wemby. Viva la France! All right, Marco, I see you rooting for. Good evening, Perro. Thank you for stopping in. We pretty much own the Hawks' next three picks. We actually own their 2025, 2027 unprotected picks. And there's a pick swap in 26. So if Atlanta is bad any out of the next 3 years, we're going to be able to feast on that. But they're playing much better. I got to think even Hawks fans may be a little surprised at how well they've been playing this year. I would think even maybe a little bit. I mean, I don't think Hawks fans expect them to suck, but I don't think they expect them to be, fighting for the playoffs like they are either. Josh, good evening to you. They don't play Miners game Spurs games in Australia. How do you know? I don't think they play any, do they? But thank you for being here. There you go, Morrow. Craig Young, Dyson Daniel, Jalen Johnson, Zachary Rassache, and the Swiss Bank Click Capella. I forgot the N. Oh my, I hope that doesn't get clipped. Clint Capella. Clint Capella. Oh boy, that kind of night. I don't know if the ratings are as bad people say there because we have to also take things into context. If you're going to compare the ratings from today to, let's say, the NBA in the 90s, there were substantially less options to watch things. You didn't have 800 streaming services. You didn't have people DVR games. You watched it live on NBC or more games on a night. NBC, TNT, whatever. I mean, I'm sure they're down some. I don't deny that, but I don't think they're as bad as maybe they're being estimated. As far as what's hurting the ratings, the 3-point shooting contest is definitely not helping. The load management's turned people off. Some the NBA getting political at times can turn people off, and that's almost saying that. There's a lot of it. It could just be a little bit of everything too. Mohammed, we can't stream together. He's watching on over the air HD. I'm watching on the League Pass. He's going to be way ahead of me. We didn't realize that before we set it up. I thought he had cable so he could, or he does have cable. He doesn't have a DVR so he can pause it. We're shooting 40% from three tonight. I hope so. David, what's going on? Robert, good evening to you. Did you see Castle? I did, Paisan. I hope he does get Rookie of the Year. Back-to-back Rookie of the Years for the Spurs would be delicious. Amario, good evening, follower. What's up to you? Good thing is we're consistently inconsistent. Yes, we are. It would serve the Spurs well to package some of their draft assets either for an established player or lower a draft pick. Plus, their drafting choices is very suspect the last several years. Yes. I mean, I think Castle's going to be a home run. Wemby's a home run. Sohan, we don't know yet. Vassell, we don't know yet. Primo was an absolute nightmare, a train wreck, and not looking good for Malachi Branham or maybe even Blake Wesley. I think Jeremy's going to be okay, but my concern with Jeremy is how well does he fit with Victor Wembanyama? He hurts our floor spacing, which means we're going to have three really, really fantastic shooters out there with Sohan and Wemby if he's going to be a permanent fixture in the starting lineup. To his credit, he's been rebounding fantastic. He's a good defender. But there is that little question mark. Is he going to fit next to Wemby? And then Devin Vassell has been fantastic, scoring at most points, but he's not giving us a lot of else at times off the bench. I looked at his last game, and I didn't realize this. I think he scored only 4 points. That was it. He had zeros across the board after that. No rebounds, no assists, no steals, no blocks. He contributed nothing that night. Would a what is Coach Cassidy saying? Would a 4-point line help or hurt ratings? I think that'd be too NBA jamming. Harrison Barnes, Jeremy Sohan, Victor Wembanyama, Devin Vassell, Chris Paul, We are finally seeing the projected starting lineup here in game number what? 2020 who? Game number 27. This was the projected Spurs starting lineup. We are seeing it for the first time this season. Everyone is healthy. Yes, Kokoshibo. Addy, everybody's playing tonight. Thank you, Jay. I missed some folks in here. Salmonish was bad too. That's true. Alvin hoping for a great game. Sal 77, what's going on? Wave Gomlin, what's up? Let's get to the Hawks starting a losing streak. And I can't believe this. Seriously, I had no idea the projected starting lineup was finally playing tonight. But there it is. Finally, the Spurs are all healthy. That means our bench should be pretty deep. We're going to have Keldon Johnson coming off the bench. We're going to have Stefan Castle, probably Charles Bassey, Trey Jones, Julian Champagny. I mean, granted, they haven't played together as a bench unit, but I'm thinking, all right, this is good. This is a good start. Son of Scar, let's wait and see what happens. And we're not going to pay Devin Vassell almost 30 million a year, or 25 to 30 to say a bench player. When he gets it to CP3, and that's turnover number 1 for the Spurs. All right, well, Trae Young gets it to Dyson Daniels. Daniels in the paint, layup, and the Hawks are up 2-0. What's going on, Jeremiah? He wants to see the game. He's going to get the game.
Sucker!
Vassell gets a 2 to start us off with a jumper, 2-all. I like Castle starting too, but this is what we thought was going to happen, and I want to see this lineup for a good 5 to 10 games, see if it does well. And if the starting lineup was better with Castle in there, then I guess you got to put him back in. Trae Young with the floater, it's good. We're finally healthy, guys. We're finally healthy. Wemby drives in the paint, throws it up off the glass, no good. Foul going to the line for 2. Grogu wants to say hi. Wants to show off his headband. Best damn headband on all of YouTube. Yeah. Ooh, look at my headband. Ooh, yeah. Looking good, Grogu. Wemby's first free throw is good. Man, Jeremy Sohan's hair is like Michelangelo green. Seriously, it is. Woo, boy, it is. Mario, we're gonna get crushed. We're not gonna win another game this year. The Giants are terrible. Gribbler, Castle Rookie of the Year, possible. The Giants, seriously, like the worst team in the NFL. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. It's going off one of Wemby's size 32 shoes, and it's going to stay with the Spurs. What's up, Sean? Watching from the Philippines? Bible, I hope it does fire up Castle. I mean, defensively off the bench, we should be better now. Champagny, Castle. Prey's not a great defender, but he's certainly not poor. Kellen's obviously got his issues, and if they go with Bassey over Collins, then our second unit should be better. Barnes misses. Atlanta ball, they're up 6-4, 10 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Crayon's going to take off in the pink. It's by Wemby. Wemby with the recovery. Those Mr. Fantastic arms. Wemby launches a 3 down the other end, and it's no good. And we're going to have another kickball off Wemby's legs are just all over the place tonight. Addy, are you talking about Dyson Daniels? He has really, really helped the Hawks defense. He's leading the league in steals at like 3 a game. Sohan's hair does glow in the dark, and yes, we do suck. Cowboy X Factor, we are not going to see the Dixon way. He's watching on over-the-air HD as we got a jumper in the paint. I think that was Reese Shea. Was that Jalen Johnson? No, Jalen Johnson, my bad. I got the numbers messed up. He's on over-the-air HD. I'm on the league pass. We talk. We realize there's going to be about a 30-second discrepancy between the two of us. We can't call a game when there's 30 seconds between the two of us, maybe even more. So, bummer. Maybe next time. Did you see the take on how... Steve, I haven't seen anybody specific talk about it, but I've heard the NBA ratings are down. I don't know. I mean, I still have the Spurs. Yeah, we'll do a raid tonight, Cowboy X Factor. We'll do a raid later. I mean, if the ratings are down, the ratings are down. It doesn't affect my love of the Spurs. It doesn't affect your love of the Spurs. That's all that matters, right? Wemmy's at the line again. And I like Wemmy getting to the line and being aggressive tonight. First free throw is good. Definitely do a raid. Try to help him out. Both of us hit milestones this year. A good year for the Dixon Way and TSR Sports. And Dixon Way hit 10,000 subscribers, and he grew fast this year. He was, I want to say, under 3,000 at the start of the year, so he had a nice, huge, charge this year. We got to 25,000 recently. Next month we'll do the 25,000 giveaway. I want to wait until the holidays over to get that done. Not get that done, we just celebrate. 8-6 after the 2 free throws. Hawks ball. Trae Young passes it out for 3. And that's a miss by Risase. I'll butcher his name a few times tonight. Chris Paul brings it up for the Spurs. Almost turns it over, gets the ball back, whips it into Sohan. Sohan with a dunk at the rim. Booyah!
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
And it's going to be thrown out of bounds, and it's going to be Spurs ball. Deep in the money, we can finish over 500. It's certainly a possibility. Raymond, I don't think so. But Jesse, yes, Wemby should be motivated. Sohan in the paint, pass it out to Barnes, over to Devin, back to Wemby, back to Sohan in the paint. Jeremy with the jumper at the bucket, and makes it. Jeremy has been much more efficient in two-point land than he has been in his previous season, shooting well over 50%. Unfortunately, his three-point shot is absolute poo. He's shooting like 18%, I think, this year. That's a bucket for the Hawks. Good evening, Brizzy. Thank you, July 26th. Miss TSR got me this coat. It is a Spurs jacket, obviously. Thank you to all of you that watched the Spurs mobile video. That's the vehicle I recently purchased, which, yeah, it's a Spurs mobile. Devasel pick and roll with Wemmy. Gets it back to Wemmy. Wemmy's going to launch a 3. All right, there we go. Eminem, is it blacked out in your area? I'm watching on NBA League Pass, so that sucks if it is. And turnover by Trae Young. Jeremy Sun will bring up the Spurs. Gets it to Devin Vassell. Vassell's going to stop and pop a 3. It's good. I don't like that play, just for the record. I know he made the shot. You asked what's hurting the NBA? Stuff like this. A fast break 3, I'm sorry, is not exciting. I'm glad he made it. I'm glad we scored 3, following the Spurs. I want to see a fast break dunk. I want to see a poster. Just pull up 3s on the fast breaks. I think that type of shooting is what's hurting the NBA a little bit. There's a lot of empty seats. A lot. NBA League Pass, Eminem. I live in Connecticut, so usually the games are not blacked out. The games against the Knicks, the Nets, and the Celtics probably will be this year. Thankfully, Miss TSR has said I can stream those games over her house, and Jalen Johnson's at the line for 2. And a little surprise to her, I haven't told her yet, but I guess I'll tell her now while we're streaming. I had planned to get Sling for all the games on ESPN this year, and I thought, if I'm going to start doing games at her house and we're preparing for a future, why don't I just do all the games on ESPN over your house? You cool with that? Makes them both. Come on, Santa, just one championship. What's going on, Ichiro? Yes, Opinion Sports Show. The Spurs are finally 100% healthy. Vassell gets it to Wemby. 10 on the shot clock. Wemby out 3-point lane getting harassed by Dyson Daniels. Throws it over to Vassell. Back to Barnes. Barnes straight up 3. Back rim, no good. Sohan with an offensive rebound. Jeremy in the paint. Spins around. All sorts of out of control. Tosses to Wemby. Open corner 3. Spurs having a good start. That sucks, DME. I'm glad you can watch it tonight. Hawks ball. Trae Young. And a block by Wemby. Block Risachet. Capella gets the ball and loses out of bounds. Spurs ball. The Spurs are coming up pretty good. Brizzy, what's going on? I don't like seeing this many empty seats either. Barnes for 3, no good. I mentioned Jeremy Sohan's offensive rebound a little while ago. Sohan is the best offensive rebounder on the Spurs. Say what you will about him. He's averaging about 3 per game. Well, Wemby should be our best offensive rebounder. He's on the perimeter a lot because he does take a lot of threes, but being on the perimeter at times can be hard to get offensive rebounds. Sohan's willing to get in the paint and do the dirty work. We have a timeout, and the Spurs are up by 7. Maybe this line, I don't know, maybe this lineup will be better than, well, let's see. Let's see. I don't want to get too crazy because it's early in the first quarter, but so far, so good. Oh, Andrew, I'm sorry, man. Francisco, let's go Spurs from Manila. The Thriller in Manila. By the way, I'm rocking my Chris Paul jersey. What? Sure. Thank you, David. July 26th, yes. The Hawks need to lose and lose and lose. The lineup of death. I'm glad we're finally get to see this lineup. Random, what's going on? Watching from Scotland. I'm sorry, I'm not. I just whenever I see the word Scott, I always think of Braveheart. I'm sorry. I always, as soon as you said watching from Scotland, the first thing that came to my head was Sons of Scotland. Freaking love that movie. Never been to Scotland. Bucket list. I need to go check out Scotland sometime. Playing on the perimeter will keep Wemby. Yes. Oh no, I'm not. I totally get why he's on the perimeter. It's just, we need a guy that can bang in the paint and get offensive rebounds, and Sohan's that guy. I understand he hurts our floor spacing. He's also only 21. There's still plenty of time for him to develop a three-point shot, or at least become respectable. Get a jump shot. This lineup is a playoff team. I mean, we're replacing Castle with Vassell. And I do think Sohan's an upgrade over Champagny. Not shooting-wise, but he's better scoring in the paint, a better defensive player, much better rebounder. It could be. We'll see. I feel like the Lakers, Celtics, Heat, and maybe the Nuggets are the only teams who get a mostly full arena. What about the Warriors? The Warriors still get a full arena, don't they? I think Steph Curry. I would think Golden State still. This is kind of random, but if the Admiral was to play an NBA game, how many points would he average? If the Admirals, oh, you mean like today? Kicks news at NFL Yo to you. If David was playing today, I mean, it's such a different league. He's not a three-point shooter. He was a athletic freak, just a phenom, just a unicorn. I mean, he was jacked. By today's standards, too, he would be an absolute beast physically. I think he would average 25 plus a game, probably close to 30, depending how he's used. Yeah, but oh yeah, Wemby has not missed a free throw. Not good, wouldn't it? Oh, Pero, no, don't say stuff like that. Never mention when a player's made free throws. How many times have you watched a game? So and so has made 9 free throws in a row. Clang! Next time they shoot one. Harrison Barnes 3 from the corner. That is short. Sohan tries to get the offensive rebound, and finally the Hawks will get it. What's up, Three Beards? Thank you for stopping in. Stormy, what's going on? Would I trade Sohan for Derek White back? Turnover by the Hawks, and now a foul on Harrison Barnes. Straight up 1-1. For Derek White. No, I would not. Hear me out. Hear me out. I know you're all going to be like, what? TSR is nuts. He wouldn't trade Jeremy Sohan straight up one-on-one for Derek White. What a doofus, this guy. I look at our needs, and our need is at forward right now. We trade Jeremy Hoy and our sword. Barnes missed the first one. Our starting forwards would be Barnes and Champagny. I look at our guards. We got Castle. We've got Vassell. And obviously Chris Paul, who's not here long term. But our projected guards over the future, we're hoping are Castle and Vassell at the 1 and the 2. Where does Derek White fit in that? Long-term plans, he doesn't. So I would keep Jeremy, hoping that his ceiling is much higher than it is right now. Would I love Derek White as a player off the bench to lead the second unit? Yes, but he's not going back to the bench. Oh! What a block by Wemby on wrist Sachet. Sachet took it into the hole, was about to throw it down with righteous authority and anger, and Wemby said, get that out of here. The sell to the paint with the layup, no good. Hawks ball. Andrew, I don't think they're well is going to be up for trade. Trae Young would have floated in the paint, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. No, saved by Trae Young. Nice job. And well, Hawks turn it over anyway. Spurs on the run to get it to Sohan in the paint. Back to Chris Paul. That was a sloppy fast break. Ball's gonna get poked out of bounds. Spurs are up 20-12. Derek White grandson because of 3-point shooting, but I'm not saying Derek White's not a better player right now, but we're not trying to win in the next 2 years. I don't see us being a finals team by then. Charles Bassey is the first guy off the bench as opposed to Zach Collins. Derek's in the win now case, being what, 30-ish? I mean, I'm sure he still has a good 4, 5, 6 years in him. Maybe more, maybe less. Who knows? I would take the younger player at this point. Barnes misses in the paint, fight for the board. And it's going to go out of bounds off Larry Nance. Nah, it's going to go off. All right. It's going to be off the Spurs. Oof, sorry. What's up, Vixo? Robinson and Gobert. Who is somebody comparing David Robinson and Rudy Gobert? That is too JMO NBA League pass. Another turnover by Atlanta. Now, can our second unit hold this lead? That's the big question. They have not been good a lot this year. Jeremy in the paint banging. Off balance jumper, no good. Foul going to the line for 2. Andrew, I'd like us to get rid of Collins. I don't know how. I don't know. Hello, Aquavision. We have the defensive player on a cheap contract. AVR is a win rate. Rodney, I love that. Thank you, Aquavision. David Robinson, Rudy Gobert. I know Gobert has won 4 defensive player of the years. Robinson only 1. So if you want to argue that Gobert's a better defensive player, okay, fine. Even though Robinson has averaged more blocks per game, more steals per game, fine, whatever. Offensively, come on. Whereas the defense, I would argue is apples and apples. Offensively, it's apples and oranges. Robinson, an infinitely better offensive player than Rudy Gobert will ever be. One of these things is not like the other. Somebody missed the second one. David, I would agree with that. What's up, Isabel? Thank you for stopping in. Oh, I looked away, and that was a 3 for the Hawks. That was Larry Nance Jr. with 3. Headband power. William, you might be right with that. 21-15. Spurs are 3 of 8 from 3. The Hawks are 1 of 1. They're taking 1-3. Vassell's going to lose the handle on the ball. It's going to go out of bounds. That didn't hit the line? Okay. I thought the ball hit the line when Bogdanovich touched it. I guess it didn't. Spurs up 21-15. Trae Young jumper, no good. Going to get fouled by Castle. Go to the line for 2. And second unit starting to do second unit things. I am still in Connecticut. Is D-Rob better than Giannis? Different eras, Kokoshibo. It's not fair to compare because you look at today's era, it's easier to score, right? We would agree on that. And you look at the great big men in the game, it's Jokic, Giannis. Who am I forgetting? I can't just rifle them out right away. Dominant big men. As far as dominant defending big men, Giannis hasn't had to go against Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal, Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo, Patrick Ewing. I mean, today's big men, a lot of them launch threes. Wemby, of course, Wemby. Obviously Wemby's a guy in that group. Bassey, the alley-oop dunk. Thunder brought it down.
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
Dr. Saturn, I agree. He'd be a very dominating player. Corner 3 is no good. That was Vit Krejci? Sorry, I was discombobulated on that conversation. Bassey in the paint, layup. Oh, no good. Yes, TP76 is the same every game. Wemby goes to the bench, and there you go. Rome, I like what I see out of Charles for the most part. He gets a little foul happy at times. If he can keep his fouling in check, he'll be a valuable asset off the bench. Trae Young into the paint. Gets to Larry Nance. Nance double teamed. Gets blocked by Bassey. That's been my house. Sohan drives in the paint. Tosses it out to Vassell. Wide open for 3. Shoots the 3. Hits the front of the rim. No good. Blocked by the rim. Hawks ball. 3-pointer down the other end. Is good by Bogdanovich. 3-point game. Timeout, Mitch Johnson. Sorry, Coyote. Finally, I don't know if he hasn't played yet. Yes, Rome. Bassey is definitely more suited as a backup. Bassey's a great defender at the rim. Zach Collins is there. He is not for lack of effort. I don't want to make this a pick on Zach Collins session. The effort's there. I just don't think the ability's there. What's up, the Medicare guys? Are you guys comparing Jesus. Comparing David Robinson, Giannis, it's different eras. I can't. And I'm going to be biased. David Robinson is my favorite athlete of all time. So I'm always going to pick him over Giannis. So it's not really, doesn't make sense for me to get involved in the conversation because I have an extreme bias there. I'll be honest about that. Yes, our lead has evaporated. It has. Yeah, that's, second unit. Carson, good evening to you. Stars is pronounced Ga and is the same as Guy. Guy? Father Price Vassell was not good last game. I looked at his stats the next day. He was what, like 2 of 7 from the field? I don't remember his shooting per se. I think he had around 4 points. What I did not realize is he contributed nothing else. No rebounds, assists, steals, blocks. Yo, Ishi. Andy, come on now. We gotta set Atlanta on a losing streak, guys. A nice long 18, 20, 25 game losing streak would be muy bien. People are not only saying Anthony Davis is better than Don. That is ridiculous. Anthony Davis is a great player. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame, no doubt. He's been fragile for a lot of his career. Lately, he seems to have broken that curse, so good on him. But to compare Anthony Davis, a one-time champion, to Tim Duncan, a 5-time champion, Tim Duncan, who was available throughout his prime, unlike Anthony Davis. Tim Duncan, who made how many all defensive teams? An NBA record? Doesn't he have like 18 in a row or something crazy? One of these things is not like the other. Sure, Davis as a better shooter, he has a jump shot. He used to shoot threes. I don't know if he still does. But I would take Tim Duncan over Anthony Davis. Wemby with 0 rebounds in the first quarter is not good. It's been an ongoing trend the last 4 or 5 games. Addition of So-In plays a role in it, but still, we need him to fight for boards. Yes, we do. Doctor, a lot of Spurs fans are in the same boat. I think a few people think I'm not a fan of Devin myself just because it seems like I've been dogging on him this year. I like Devin, and I hope he plays great, and I hope he's our starting shooting guard for the next decade. But the injuries have been a problem. He's already missed, 15 games this year? He missed a lot of games last year. I think a ton of games the year before. If he can't stay healthy, he's not going to help us win anything. Carlos, como está mi hombre? TSR, do you own a Casio watch? No, I don't know a Casio watch. Shut up. I don't hate anybody on the Spurs. I don't even hate Zach Collins. I hope Zach Collins proves us all wrong. I doubt he will. Castle's at the line for 2, but I hope Zach Collins earns that contract or plays good enough that he gets traded at some point. Rich, you are very talented. Thank you. You watch the game, call the game, read the chat, respond to the chat, and handle the scoreboard. I couldn't do it. And a lot of folks have said no. I like multitasking. I'm very good at it, which is why I've been good at certain jobs throughout my life. My current job requires a lot of multitasking, and it just, yeah, I enjoy talking to you guys, calling the game, running the scoreboard, playing with the guys. Another turnover by Atlanta. Wow, they have been looking like we usually do. Spurs ball, Bassey in the paint. Bassey, all sorts of out of control going for that layup. Charles, I like you, but you're not the most nimble guy out there. And a wide open 3 for Atlanta is no good. Keldon Johnson with the rebound. By the way, if you haven't heard, we're 100% healthy. Our starting lineup we thought we'd see at the beginning of the year. Devin, CP3, Barnes, Sohan, Wemby finally playing and started. Keldon Johnson for 3. My goodness, there's a guy that needs to start hitting his threes. And now a travel by Atlanta, another turnover. My goodness. Vision, not sure yet. Still too early. I think they're drafting a quarterback, and this quarterback class is not as good as last year's, but we have to. Watching college volleyball semifinal, highly entertaining. Bassey looking like Gobert around there. Yes, he is. Jeez. Trade Collins, but the headband stays. Okay. Bassey would have passed. That's a little off the mark to Kelvin. It's going to go out of bounds. And Wemby's wearing his back brace. I'm really worried about that back. He's going to come in at the next stoppage in play. It is Hawks ball down by 7. And a drive and a layup by Bogdanovich. We're 90. Well, that's true. We don't have Pop. So we don't have everybody as of yet. Trench, I agree. Champagny for 3. Okay. J Money, I'm sorry to hear that. Dude, I'm sorry, man. Always tough to lose a family member. Bogdanovich with the ball for Atlanta, 10 on the shot clock, just launches a 3, and that is no good. What's going on, Skullpat? Thank you for stopping in. Greg, good evening. Richard the Lionheart, Headman Grogu, and the rest. Castle loses the ball in the paint, and that's one thing I've seen on Castle's game the last, couple of weeks, that he's been a little loose with the ball in the paint. I think I see him tighten that up and clean that up a bit. Oh, I'm sorry, J Money. Aquavision, he better play on Christmas. Kelvin with I don't know what that shot was, and now a foul. It was a miss. Daniel Jones is a good backup, sure. A good starter. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Saquon Barkley was a good, sometimes great running back with the New York Giants. Now he's one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in the NFL with the Eagles. Carlos, that would be awful if something happened to him on the court. That would be a nightmare. Another foul. This is on Champagny. And Atlanta's gonna have 2 free throws coming up. Both teams in the bonus. You're made in Abyss. Your league pass is probably blacking out the game for you. So it means it's being televised locally. I'm guessing you're somewhere in Texas. I don't know where to watch it from there. Margo, his last game Spurs shoot too many threes. I don't know. So one thing I would say, all teams shoot too many threes at this point, and it's not even necessarily the quantity of threes, it's the quality of threes. And I've seen some NBA analysis make a good argument that you have a lot of players taking threes that normally wouldn't. I mentioned it tonight. We had a 3 on a fast break where Devin Vassell stopped and popped and shot the 3. And yes, I'm glad he made it. But on a fast break, unless you're Steph Curry, you probably should go in for the easy bucket, a layup, or a dunk. When we're constantly shooting threes and missing, and Stephon Castle misses in the paint, gets blocked by the rim. If you're struggling making shots, try to get some easier shots in the paint, or closer 2-point shots, something. Jalen Johnson, I think, hit the side of the backboard, like that game where the Spurs were 8 of 43 from 3. Speaking of threes, Wendy's going to take a 3. Well, and 1. Wemby was right near the Spurs logo when he shot that, where the stars are. It's a long 3. I still don't like it when they're going in. I can't complain. I can complain when they're not going in. No more pineapple. Castle's hit the wall a little bit right now. He has. I'm sure he'll bounce out of it at some point, but he's definitely struggling a little bit. The good thing I will say about Castle is it doesn't seem to get him down. He's still attacking the rim. He's still doing his thing. It's not working. He's struggling, but he's still doing his thing. Whereas we've had other players, say like Lonnie Walker, you could visually see on the court as he started missing shots, just see, we just fouled a 3-point shooter. Yeah, Castle's not pineappling anymore. G51, I can't argue with that. Castle's hair's on. The Vassell's hair is still on a pineapple, isn't it? But lately, Castle has not been pineappling. And I'm very disappointed because he has a great pineapple. William, this is. Rich mad he can't hit on that shot since it went in. Yes. No, Castle, he'll be all right. He'll be okay. He's struggling a little bit right now. Damasel's been up and down a little bit this year. He's going to be okay. I think a lot of our guys are just, Vassell's been in and out, in and out, in and out of the lineup, so that's not helping him get a good flow. And Castle's a 20-year-old rookie. He's going to make rookie mistakes. Yeah, exactly. As long as playing defense. Sorry, Mr. Rich, for saying that on your channel. If you're on Texas, that you can say you're watching it on Texas. If you guys can watch the game live somewhere, I'm not going to get mad at you whatsoever. It's if somebody comes in and starts promoting like a legal website to watch it. That's where I'll be like, hey, let's not do that. But if you're in Texas, yeah, I'd hope somebody still want to hang out and say, hey, this is a cool Spurs community. Let me watch the game while talking to these guys. It's because his hair is shorter because of the hairstyle. He's not. It's not. Wait, not affecting a vision's a good thing. Oh, his hair is. He did cut his hair. It is shorter. He had some long hair going to have that original pineapple. Brandon, what's going on? Homer, good evening. The refs are confused, Tax. A ton of confusion. Spurs will win the first quarter, barring a Reggie Miller or Tracy McGrady-like performance at the end of the quarter. Oh gosh, I just hit my hashtag bring back the pineapple. Yes, bring it back. I was seeing if I thought Larry Dixon was writing me. Wasn't. Fortunately, for those that don't know, unfortunately, we cannot call a game tonight. I was supposed to do it with the Atlanta Hawks fans the Dixon way. He's watching the game over the Air HD. I'm watching this on the League Pass, which means there'd be at least a 30-second delay. How are we going to call a game when we're watching, essentially two different games? One more free throw coming up for DeAndre Hunter. Thank you for that, Medicare, guys. By the way, I mentioned I'm working on an NBA documentary. It's about half done. I've really been working on it this week. It's been interesting. I've found a lot of. I'm digging for like random articles and grabbing some cool footage. Maybe people haven't seen in like forever, so I don't want to announce spoil it yet. I'm hoping to have it done and ready to go for the start of the new year, and then maybe do one of these a month. Just kind of getting that first one done and getting your feet wet and how you want to do these and how to research them. It's been a good learning experience, but hopefully you guys enjoy the video. It's not on a spur, and hopefully the video does very well because I've put in at least 10 hours at this point, maybe more. Keldon into the paint, layup good. Spurs want a 9-point lead. Hawks will hold for the last shot. And Jalen Johnson runs over Trey Jones, but I think we're going to have a block on the Spurs. We are going to do a raid. Lost in Comics. I feel your. By the way, great channel name. Comic book guy myself. I have a very blah second channel called I Like Crap Comics and Music. It is what it is. But I'm going to 2 comic shows this month. One this Saturday and one the following Saturday. And I will probably definitely make a video on both of those. What's up, JMO? The Spurs win today. That's a double. Yes, it is a double win. Because the Spurs win, and we want the Hawks to be as worse as possible. Rich, no, he didn't cut his hair. He has a style called two-strand twist, so it's basically combining one location with another with short. Oh, really? Oh. Castle for 3 at the buzzer. Hits the back rim, no good. Captain Cadugan. David, what's going on? Where I see we could use improvement, we need another starting forward. I mean, we need a point guard of the future. We're hoping that's Stefan Castle. And forward, Harrison Barnes is not the guy. He's just not long term. That was a good first quarter for Spurs fans. That was a great first quarter. Yes, Lost in Comics. I've been in the comics for over 30 years. My personal collection now stands at 100 short boxes, and that's where I'm stopping. I don't have room for any more. But I'm very excited. The comic show I'm going to. I don't know if I know Miss TSR is listening. The show we're going to, I think she's going to both of them with me. Saturday morning, the place we're going to, they usually have like a bunch of dollar books in boxes, and you can do a fill a box thing. I want to say they have like usually 30 boxes out, and they sold like 18. So they're going to have a ton of new inventory. Then the show I'm going to next week, it's a dollar sale too from a huge collection, and the owner, who's really cool, I've met. So it's mostly kind of unsearched. He probably went through it real quick to find big books, but he's selling them all for $1 each. And they're going to have 80 long boxes out, which is ridiculous. That's going to be That's over 15,000 comics. That's a lot. Brandon Lee, yes, finally a decent first quarter. And Taxi should be an all-star. And dollar sign M1GZ Cole, I'd like that to happen. It is such a win-win. If you get Kai Soto on your team, I'm going to talk about Kai Soto for a second, guys. I know some of you are not a fan. It is what it is. I cover him on the channel. Um, One, you have a chance to develop him as a great backup, maybe a starter someday in the future. Who the heck knows what his ceiling is? Or if he doesn't work out, you probably sold a bajillion jerseys, Kai Soto jerseys to the Philippines. So it's even just as a business decision, it's a win. Kings got over Barnes Fett. Yes, they did, Trenchant. That is a bold-faced fight. You get more. Oh, yes, you will get more. What? You doing a soft thing with the?
Oh yes, there will be blood.
No, you don't tell him. Hey, whoever go Castle goes. Don't be. Knock it off. I know a first quarter lead. What is this? Oh, I will get more. Oh no, I won't have more 100 short boxes. I've already made the plan, Jeff, that if one of those boxes gets full, and I've already started doing it, I'm going to replace a title with something else. Or if I've already read a title and didn't like it, like my indie boxes are full, and if there's an indie title I really want to get, I probably would remove, let's say, The Darkness, which I have issues 1 through 40. I kind of didn't really check. I checked out of this series kind of after issue 20, so that might be a series I cut in half, or just get rid of the whole series. But I'm stopping at 100. It's got to stop at 100. I'm very aware of man's got to know his limitations. Well, there's a 3 to start it off for Atlanta. That was Larry Nance Jr. What's worse, a Ben Simmons jersey or a Zach Collins jersey? Ooh, ooh. Ben Simmons jersey because you probably overpaid for it. I mean, granted, we overpaid for Zach Collins, but we. Oh gosh, fast break for the Hawks. Jalen Johnson dunk. That's a 2-point game. Joel, what's going on? Bron. I don't want Bronny. We just turned the ball over again. Back-to-back turnovers for the Spurs. What are we doing? Hunter for 3. This lineup ain't him. What just happened? Wemby fakes a 3. 12 on the shot clock, plenty of time. Back to CP3. Pick and roll with Wemby. Wemby's going to take off. Step back 3. Tough shot. No good. We're getting outscored 8-0 right now in the second quarter. 8-0. The ball's going to get thrown out of bounds. Turnover Atlanta. We have not scored. Our lead's gone. Raw, yes. I'm actually I'm missing one Walking Dead book to read the whole thing. I don't have the early issues, too many of them under issue 50. I have a full run of like issue, I don't know, 90 something to 193, but I have the trade paperbacks for the start, but I'm missing trade paperback number 7. So once I get trade paperback number 7, hopefully we have one of these comic sales, I can read the whole run. Because I have the whole run via trade paperback and single comic book. Atlanta ball. They're going around the world. Nance for 3. Mitch is taking a timeout. Oh boy. This is an 11-0 run in the second quarter. I think I just heard maybe the Hawks are on a 13-0 run. The Spurs have just hit the wall. We were so excited how well they played in the first quarter, and now in the second quarter, they can't do anything. Sinister, it's looking that way. I've been collecting the Walking Dead Deluxe in color. Nice. Hello, Beavis. Patrick says we suck. Dyers, what's going on? Anthony, how you really feel? I have the original Howard the Duck comic, Cell 77. I have all 30. I haven't read it yet. 33 issues? 1 through 30. 30 something. Well, need to be a goldfish on that 2 minutes. What? So, bro, as a comic collector, I don't really like buying comics online. Not there's anything wrong with buying them online. I have bought them before, but it's that finding the book you need in the hunt, finding it at a store or a comic store. Just I prefer getting them like that. Anthony, I know. Alicia, good evening. XTV3 sold us. Awesome, Alex. Can this poop lineup F and help Wemby? Oh my, Robin, it's been bad. Oh gosh, Sinister. No, he says here it comes. 10 more brain dead 3s in a row. Why do we have CP3 and Trey Jones on the same time? Why do we have CP3 and Trey Jones out there at the same time? Two guys that are 6 foot. Yep, Carlos, we were up, and now we're down. Classic Spurs. All right, you know what? I'm going to say pop. You know what? Spurs, wake up. Let's get some Chuck. That's right. Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris? Chuck Norris? No Cyan, no Castle, and of course, 0 primary defense plus sloppy. Yeah, that's about right. I want some Norris, possibly. Michael Chandler says, young players get too confident with the lead, tend to let the foot off the gas. I hope not. Of all teams in the NBA, our young guys should know that what's Sean Elliott doing? Are they eating chips? Sean Elliott and what's his head? Jacob Toby? Is that his name? I can't remember his freaking name. Doing little chips and salsa right now. Yeah, or maybe the game in their head. Or yes, exactly. The Militia guy, I mean, he's had some good moments. He's had some rookie mistakes as an interim head coach. He's had some wonky lineups. This is an example of a wonky lineup. I mean, whoops, we got chucked again. Weren't there some games where we had Trey Jones, CP3, and Castle on the floor, or Trey, Paul, and Wesley? I was like, what are you doing? Wemby with the ball gets it to Kelvin. Kelvin layup, good. Finally scored. Workforce planner, she's at home. She's had to work like 8 million hours over the last week. So we actually haven't seen her in over a week. Or a week. It's been a while. It's been a while. That 3-pointer is no good by one of the white guys on the Hawks. What the hell's his name? Krejci. Kelvin in the paint. Loses his ball. Gets the ball back to Champagny for 3. No good. These lineups got me all, I don't know. Nance for 3. No good. Champagny with the rebound. We've had some weird lineups this year. Very weird. I guess this is the year to experiment. Thank you for the update on the football game, Andy. Wemby with the ball for the Spurs. We are down by 2. And Larry Nance Jr. is going to reach in on Wemby. Foul. Let me get my clock correct. I'm a little behind. Predictions. Mitch will not be the Spurs head coach next season, and neither will Pop because he's... Wow. Do I have a gift for Wemby block? I mean, I have the Area 51. I'll play it for y'all. I don't think Atlanta's beat us 18 games in a row. No way. I don't think so, Carlos. I'm hoping that tonight we start Atlanta on an 18-game losing streak. That would be nice. Work standing in the way of watching the Spurs. No, Bart. Spurs. The only game I'm going to have an issue with, we'll have to ask for time off. Was that an and 1 for Wemby? I'm sorry. I thought he was just fouled. They actually gave him the continuation of the play. It was an and 1. He made the bucket, missed the free throw. The only game I'll have to ask for time off is when the Spurs play in France. It's like a 2 p.m. Eastern game, so I actually can ask for that time off tomorrow. There shouldn't be an issue. I have personal leave. I have comp time. I have a whole bunch of time. That 3-pointer is no good for Atlanta. And CP3 will bring it up for the Spurs. Gets it over to Kelvin. Kelvin's going to find the paint. Layup. Missed it! Sachet for 3. No good. What's with us missing layups at the rim? Wemby's going to take a long 3. Yes, he is. He faked it. I mean, again, not a huge fan of it, but I think Pop wants to return. William, into the chat. I think that, yeah, the dude that said Wemby that's a block by Wemby. I think. Let's look at the chat. So in the paint. He's down.
Thunder. Dunk of justice.
I'm not a big fan of the salsa commercial during the game. It's making me hungry. So, huge dunk for the Sohan, and the Spurs are back up by 5. Wemby's hitting a lot of threes tonight. Is he hit like 4? He's 4 of 6 from 3. Wemby's got 19 points. Holy ish. I didn't realize Wemmy's been scoring at that high of a clip. Wemby makes a 29-foot jumper is what I'm looking at on ESPN. All right, well, I don't love it, but I cannot argue with it when it's going in. What's up, Joshua? I did not see that R33. You don't mess with the soul head. Back and forth Taco Bells. What? Just hoping to. Oh, I got you. Wemby has 19, so he could legit drop 40 plus tonight. Homer, nice. 60 wins. Ishii, what's up? The free throws are making a world of difference. Early in the season, he wasn't getting to the line. No, Ishii, I like him getting to the line. He's a great free throw shooter. Just don't say in the chat Wemby's made like 10 in a row because you know damn well he's going to miss the 11th one. Good morning, Dennis from Manila. Or is he out here tonight? Don't remember. Marvin, go Spurs, go to you. Remember when I said I wasn't taking too many threes? He was missing too many. This is what I mean. Franklin, if Wemby drops 50 tonight, wow. I would absolutely love that. We're at 108 thumbs up, by the way. Can we get to? We got plenty of people here tonight. Can we get to 150 before the half? We're 40 away. I know you guys can make it happen. If you're a Spurs fan and you're not subscribed to the channel, first of all, what are you waiting for? Because we have an awesome Spurs community. We do a lot of giveaways. They're random now. I don't announce the giveaways except for the 25,000 subscriber giveaway, which we're going to do next month. That's going to be a big one. I don't know what I'm giving away yet. Maybe like an authentic Wemby jersey. I don't know. We're going to go crazy that night. But if you're a Spurs fan and looking for a Spurs community, we got you covered. And if you are enjoying the content or the chat or both, make sure to hit the thumbs up. Thumbs up means you're an official sponsor, TSR Sports. Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! If Wemby drops 50, yes, we better win. And yes, Wemby hitting those threes, it does open our offense. Christopher says, even when I'm too busy to watch, I'll still take time to give you a thumbs up. Thank you. Yeah, Carlos, we did a giveaway the last game. We gave out a baby coyote. The question, since I didn't put it in the community notes, the question was, when did Coyote make his debut? The answer was 1983. I think that was already delivered to the winner. So I like doing little things like that for you guys. And we'll do more throughout the season. It is Hawks ball. Can't see who has the ball right now. Well, I can now. Dyson Daniels for three. Off the back rim, no good. Wemby with the rebound. Wemby will bring it up. Point Wemby. Bringing it up for the Spurs. Is he going to launch a logo three? No. He's not. Okay. Gets it to the Sohan. 14 on the shot clock. Back to Wemby. He's going to take another three. Missed it. But he was fouled. Jeffrey, good morning from the Philippines. Wemby going to the line for not one, not two, but 3 free throws. Bob, we could have had Zach Eady. We didn't want to draft him. Wow, that was a bad foul by Larry Nance Jr. The amount of three-point shooters we've seen fouled this year, is it me or does it seem like an all-time high? No need for giveaways. I enjoy Spurs fans both for winning or those who want a full tank. Oh, Dennis, I like doing it though. I mean, people, you guys watching the videos, commenting, we get ad revenue from that, and then people super chat as well. I want to give back, especially the channel's been around for over 5 years. You guys have definitely super chatted a lot more than I've given out, so I want to bring some balance to the force. I love when the crowd goes 3 shots. I do it at home. Juan, Trey, which Trey? Did I assume that's Trey Jones, Trey? Because Trey Young is Trae, I believe. This is true, Captain Gadugan, Jeff. More 3-point shots equals more chances for a 3-point shooter being fouled. Carlos, I know it. Carlos, what would be your if you had to pick? Would you rather have a baby Wemby, baby Coyote, or I don't know. Yellow Merrill logging in for the thumbs up. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Superstar. It is Spurs ball. Vassell's back in. Gets it to Wemby. 10 on the shot clock. Wemby out in 3-point land. Back to Vassell. Vassell looking to, I don't know what he's looking to do. Just shoot it from the elbow, apparently. Missed the shot. Fight for the board. It's going to go out of bounds, and it will be somebody's ball. Spurs ball? Spurs ball. Baby Coyote hands down. Oh, levitating baby Coyote, Coyote, my bestest little. Wemby tries to throw it to Sohan. Bad pass, turnover, Spurs. Hawks ball down by 5. Trae Young with the ball, passes it out. Young's going to get the ball back, and he does. Young bounces it off Harris to Barnes, goes right back into Trae Young's hands. 10 on the shot clock for Trae. Young's going to take off. The layup is no good. He's going to get fouled. Going to go line for 2. You should get an HEB buddy with an HEB buddy. I don't know that one. I have no idea. Never heard of that. No, Patrick, it really hasn't. Juan, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Trae Young at the line. First free throw is in around the rim and then stays in. Redraft Castle goes number 1. I mean, depends on the team's needs too. It's not always best player available. It's best player that'll fit your position. Like we could have drafted somebody. I'll stand by this, and I talked to Miss TSR and you guys about it. I think the Spurs wanted Tijan Saloon or possibly Don McClingan at the 8th pick last draft, and both were gone, and they traded the pick. I could be totally wrong too. Went with the ball at the elbow. Way off balance jumper, no good. All right, the militia guy. Catch you later. Vinny Canetti, I mean, they're up by 3. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds by Sohan. That may have been a block. I'm not sure. It's going to stay with Atlanta. CP3 Poos, he ain't going to help Wembanyama, and that number 3. Well, number 3 is Kellen's number, yes. HE, buddy? I've never heard this. Adriel, good evening to you. I never heard an HEB guy. Can rookies get traded? I think so. Area 51 is not in the game. Castle is checked in. We have double pineapple power, although Castle's not rocking the pineapple anymore. So it's just a pineapple. Bassie's in, who's played fairly well off the bench so far. I have no complaints. I guess Castle's running the point right now, looking at the length that's out there. Versace is going to drive. Blocked by Sohan. Gets the ball back. And nice effort by Zachary Risache. Gets blocked, gets the ball back, and gets a reverse layup. Did not give up on the play. You know, with our team being 100% healthy, I'm going to assume this means Blake Wesley, Malachi Branham, Sandro Memakelisveli, City Sissoko playing, Zach Collins playing time, nothing. Trae Young drives to the paint, high layup, no good. A fight for the board. And the putback by Clint Capella. Atlanta has taken the lead back. Wemby checks out. And every time our lead goes away. Constant as a Northern Star. I hate to say it, but it's Sohan with a loose dribble gets picked off by Trae Young. Every time Wemby comes out, right? The offense just sputters. Castle with a deflection. Atlanta gets the ball back. 10 on the shot clock. Plenty of a time for the Hawks. Pull up 3 from the outside is no good. Basket with the rebound. Yeah, David, that's fair. Joshua, no comment. Castle in the paint gets blocked. Spurs get the ball back. And Barnes with the runner. And 1. All right. Stefan is leading rookie of the year, yes. Go Spurs, go everybody. You can see Wemby dunking on everybody. Heck yeah. This is a must win because Hawks need it. Yes, Dennis. Yes, the Spurs need to win this. Just one. As a Spurs fan, I want to see him win, but we need to send the Hawks on a losing streak. Harrison Barnes converts the 3-point play, up by 2. I did not realize Dyson Daniel in foul trouble. Awesome. 51-49, 4 minutes to go. Atlanta ball. Trae Young's just going to chuck a 3. And a late foul on the Spurs. Reckless closeout. Trey Young not may have hurt his ankle. I'm not sure. I want the Hawks to lose. I don't want them to lose by taking a player out of the game. That this is not intentional. They're checking for a flagrant on Stephon Castle. Castle went for the block, but that whole you got to give the shooter a chance to land or space to land, and he had no space to land. Okay, that's I think on the Jinx just got and lost it. Oh no, no! I'm sorry, man. We've got John Michael. Give me like Spaceballs. Trae Young did hurt his ankle. They're reviewing it right now. I mean, him getting injured certainly sells it. Immediately grabbed his right ankle after the foul. You think you could beat a coyote with the sword? I mean, is it like the movie 300? Am I in a cave and the coyote's got a little space to get at me and he jumps and then I stab him with the sword? IT learned TV. I wish we could trade Zach. I think he's untradeable. Flagrant. They upgraded to a flagrant. What's up, Jim? Thank you for stopping in. Bart, I have no idea. The coyote has the sword? Why does the coyote have the sword, Juan? The coyote has weapons with its claws and teeth. I got nothing. I need the sword. Well, if Coyote gets a sword, then I get the 12 gauge. I think that's only fair. That gives Coyote 3 weapons. I should have something pretty good in myself. That's a flagrant on the Spurs. That one hurts. He made a 3 though, so I think he can only get like up to 4 points on a play. I think there's some kind of weird rule there. So if Trae Young makes the first free throw, they'll immediately get possession. Zach is just dead weight. Yeah, he is. I'm not watching the All-Star game, Carlos. I'm not packing Jeff. I need to get with Bry. Trae Young at the line. Trade Zach and a pack of chips for a second round pick. Yeah. Made the free throw. Flagrant was on Stephon Castle. Probably need to sort more than you. What am I going to use? Grogu? The Force? Am I going to bite him? Ah! I would bite him. Life or death, I'd bite him. See how he likes it. Hawks ball. Jalen Johnson with the ball. Gets over Trae Young. Trae with the alley-oop to Clint Capella. And Capella stuffs it over Bassie. 4-point game. Coyote also gets bulletproof armor. Wow. Zach Collins has not played Arrow Williams. He's in the doghouse. Castle gets to the Bassie in the paint. Bassie, little jumper. Good. Rizal, we'll have some more Kai Soto content coming up soon. Actually, I have a video planned. I've just been a little busy this week. It's holiday season. Wow, Clint Capella. Nobody near him in the paint gets another easy dunk. Charles, what are you doing? Right, Fowler, come on, Bassie. Grogu beat Mikey, but Coyote beat Grogu. Barnes in the paint, tosses it out to Castle. Castle just fumbles the ball. Demisel gets the loose ball. Vassell pull-up jumper. No good. Bastie with the offensive rebound out to Sohan. Jeremy cross court to Devin. Devin's going to take off into the paint. Back to Harrison Barnes. Barnes going to take off, and he's going to get fouled. Oh, my goodness. Yes, he has result. I've been following him for 2.5 years now. Well, it's still good. Get your head out of your Bassie. You can leave it at that. Wemby's checking back in. Spurs down by 4, and watch, the Spurs will take the lead with Wemby in. Where's CP3? Is he on the bench? I guess Castle's still running the offense. Oh, Wemby with a turnover. Well, I shouldn't have said anything. Jinxing the team. Coast to coast layup for DeAndre Hunter. This is the biggest lead of the game, I think, for Atlanta. 6 points. Castle over to Wemby. Wemby's got 19 points. Legit shot at 40 points tonight. Get the ball to Stephon. Stephon's going to take off, spins around, and loses the ball again. Jeremy gets the loose ball. and that's going to be knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be a turnover on the Spurs. What's up, Five Lug Racing? The question to you is, are the Spurs doing any training for any good shooters or good backup center? It's time to trade Zach Collins. I mean, who's going to trade for Zach Collins, guys? He's playing the least amount of minutes his career, and he's got like an 18 million, 16 and a half, I think this year and 18 next year. He's got a big contract, and the reduction is nowhere near there. Oh, high layup by DeAndre Hunter. Wemby goes flying out of bounds trying to block the ball. I hope he is okay. The Spurs are now down by 8. The second quarter has not been good to us. Vassell drives in the paint. Off the glass, good. I did not see Wemby on the offensive possession there. He might be hurt. He might have hurt his back at least. Zachary Risache for 3. 9-point game. I don't like Juan Soto going to the Mets, though, Carlos. I also did not want to pay him that kind of money for 15 years. Not worth it. That's way too long of a contract. Wemby's okay, by the way. Wemby with the runner, alley-oop? I don't know what that was. Either way, it's Hawks ball. Capella with the layup. And the Hawks are up by 11. Now, what is happening in the second quarter? Trade deadline is All-Star break? Vinny Canini? I want to say it's around the All-Star break. Hawks are an 11-2 run. And the Spurs have just the second quarter. Under a minute to go. Vassell will take off, gets into the paint. Tosses it out. Castle for an open 3. Front rim, no good. Nice John Michael. Yeah, right, Jamal? The quarters have switched. The Spurs are just... Everything's killing us, cheese. 6 on the shot clock for Atlanta. Johnson drives, gets it to Capella. Capella's going to have to... It gets blocked by Wemby. Shot clock violation. That's like 4 blocks for Wemby now, but man, the second quarter has not been kind to us Spurs fans. Wemby just signed. Road trip, that was a nice block. Dollar MG, listen, I'm hoping we see Kai sometime soon. He still has to work on his game a little bit. Thing is, I'm gonna do a video about it. He can't just have good games and then bad games in the B League. He needs to go out there and dominate almost every game. He really does for the NBA to catch his eye. He needs double-doubles every game. He needs games where he's dropping 25 to 30. He has a stretch like he did earlier this year or earlier this fall where he had like, I don't know, 4 games in a row, I think under 10. He needs to be dominant. I think he can do it. Just got to get a little more consistency. Wemby with a turnaround, spin around layup, and 1. John Lou, I agree. Hornets down double digits in Washington in the 4th. It's a weird ballgame where both teams are not motivated to win. Dennis, we were not getting that Charlotte draft pick. We weren't. It's lottery protected. They suck again. Our point guards would have combined 1 point. 1 point, Michael? 1? 1 dang point? That's awful. That's extra bad. Wemby at the line. Spurs are on the bonus. There's only 5 seconds left, so whoop-de-doo. But can we cut the lead to 8 and leave it no higher than that? Wemby's getting some foul calls tonight, Vinny Canini. Quite a few. Missed it. Spurs get the loose ball. Vassell for 3. All right. All right, that's even better. All right. That's a good way to end the quarter. Down 6. I'd rather be up, but that was a really bad second quarter. We got outscored 37 to 24. We're going over the halftime stats, and then after the halftime stats, would love it if we could do a raid to the Dixon Way and help them out. Get some thumbs up for him. I have no idea what kind of crowd he's pulling tonight, but we still want to help anyway. But let's get that halftime stats real quick first, because that's what we do here. We get to the halftime stats. We're still short of 150 likes, my friends. We didn't get to 150 likes before halftime. What? We only need like 8 more, guys. So if you guys get the thumbs up. Oh, Carlos just said it. 142 likes at halftime. 8 more. We're at 150. You can make it happen, and you can prevent forest fires. Wemmy's having a huge first half. He has, I can't see what he has right now. We got to 150. Thank you, guys. Let's pull up the statistics. That was weak. There we go. Down 66 to 60. All right, we'll start off with Atlanta first. Shea having a rough night tonight. 2 points. And then you have the triple tens for Atlanta. Jalen Johnson, Clint Capella, Trey Young, all with 10 points. Dyson Daniels, slow night, 2 points. Off the bench for Atlanta. They're getting some good bench play. Larry Nance Jr. and DeAndre Hunter both have 12 points. And both shooting, Larry Nance is shooting fantastic actually from 3, 4 or 5. Bogdanovich with 5. Vit Krejci, I'm not sure I'm saying his name right, with 0. Atlanta for the night has 10 turnovers, but they are shooting very well. 52% from the field, 47% from 3, 100% from the line. So shooting splits of 52, 47, 100. That is pretty darn good. Spurs with 9 turnovers tonight. Our shooting splits are not bad, but definitely not as good. Actually, not great. Now I'm looking at it. 42, 42, 71. So we've missed quite a few free throws. Our 3-point percentage is fine at 42%. Our 2-point shooting's worse than our 3-point shooting. We're shooting 41.7% from 2, 42.1% from 3. That is not acceptable. Need to fix that. As far as the players, Jeremy Sohan with 7 points. Harrison Barnes with 4 points, struggling from the field, 1 of 6. Wemby with a monster first half, 24 points, 3 block shots. Does have 4 turnovers. I'd like to see that number stay at 4 at the end of the game. 6 of 9 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, 8 of 10 from the line. He's already taken 10 free throws. Chris Paul hasn't taken a shot yet. He's got 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. No points, though. Demisel with 10 points off the bench. Julian Champagnie with 3. Keldon Johnson with 7 to lead the bench. Charles Bassey with 4. Trey Jones not contributing much so far. He's got 0 as well. He hasn't taken a shot. Stephon Castle with a team worst minus 14, 0 for 5 from the field. He does have 3 assists. He only has 1 point. So between Chris Paul, Trey Jones, and Stephon Castle, our 3-point guards, 1 point between the 3 of them, 1 point in a total of 31 minutes of play. That ain't going to cut it. That needs to correct itself in the second half. They need to pick up, they need to get going. I don't know what else to say. That's just not going to work. Did I miss a super chat? It says there's a super chat that oh, there it is. Steven Z says, way to finish the quarter strong, Spurs. Thank you very much for that, Steven. And now let's go ahead and get the Domac. Yes, I have a Kaiser video coming soon. Absolutely. A video I want to talk about. Yeah, I'm going to do a video soon. I like making these videos, and you guys seem to like them too. Yes, some of them do very well, some don't, but you know, as long as I'm having the fun doing the video and whoever's watching, whether it's 400 or 40,000, that's, a lot of people are enjoying the content. All right. I want to hold my promise. Let me reset the clock real quick. See if we can get a raid going. I have to get the link to his channel, though. I don't have it. Or a link to the video. I don't have it handy right now. Our rookie of the year is struggling. Struggling big time. I mean, would you rather have Zach Collins? Zach Collins ain't doing anything for us. It is a good evening to you. Hopefully you're doing well. Stay positive. There's a Dixon Way bump. He's got 33 thumbs up. Can we get him to 50? We got to get him to 50. Let's get the Dixon Way to at least 50 thumbs up. Let's help him out. We were supposed to be streaming tonight, but we can't stream together because he's watching on live TV. I'm watching on League Pass, so there's just way too much of a gap. But that's the link to his video. If you could take a second or a minute, go run over there, go run, go Spurs, go. Or I don't know. Here's to an 18-game losing streak for the Atlanta Hawks, whatever it may be. But let's go throw him a little bit friendly, but also rate him and smash the thumbs up for him. That would be greatly appreciated. I'm gonna go over there now and I already see Go Castle goes over there. Thank you, Go Castle go. Go to the live chat for him. All right. Go Spurs go. May this be the start of an 18-game losing streak. There we go. Let's get his thumbs up if we can. And I trolled him. I said, "Go Spurs, go! May this be the start of an 18-game losing streak." Because that's how I roll, guys. Uh, he knows it's all in good fun. He knows it's all in good fun. There we go. I see the TSR rate in the chat. Awesome, guys. Appreciate you. He's got my comment on the screen. I'm sure he's loving that. He knows we got their draft picks. So, I mean, obviously, as Spurs fans, we're losing for the Hawks to lose as much as possible. I mean, that just goes without saying. I'm not going to wish injuries on anybody. Good dude. I wish we could have done the game tonight. Um, but we streamed from two very different services, so that was just not going to work. What is this goal thing? There's a goal button on. I got a chat here. There's a goal button on the top. I've never seen this before. I wonder if it's clipping Carlos. No, it shouldn't be clipping. That's odd. So I'm sorry. I'm looking at the live chat, and I have my usual live chat, but now there's a goal button. What would Chuck do? Well, Chuck would do this. Earl, we've been a comeback team big time this year, so do not give up on the Spurs. What? I'm gonna click on this goal button. Make super chats more fun with a goal. What? Pick a goal. A super chat. Set a goal to engage with your audience in a new way. Once you reach your goal, celebrate with your. This is awful. I don't like this. There's a super chat goal. They have a button you can push to put up like a super chat goal for the night. Let me just tell you, I'm never doing that. That is, come on, that is a terrible addition to YouTube. I hate that. I'm not going to use it. That no, nope, not for me. If other people want to use it, go for it. Not here. You think Chris Paul could ever lose his starting job outside of getting an injury? Tony? Probably not. I think the deal when he came here was that he's going to be a starter the whole year. Unless he gets traded at the All Star break, I think that's still a possibility, not a huge possibility. You never know. But I think he's probably not being here for the whole season. Castle hasn't been himself since he came back from injury, but he's only played like 2 games, I think, from since injury prayer. I think he was hitting the wall a little bit before that. The injury's not helping him, obviously not. Set a goal to shake my booty. I don't know how to set a goal to shake my booty. I'll shake my booty just for the heck of it. Maybe get a little Mikey booty. How about a little Mikey booty? Turtle butt, turtle butt. Is that like a Switch thing? People, I made into this. I have no idea. This is my first time seeing it ever on YouTube. And I was like, goal. I thought maybe it was like a thumbs up goal or a subscriber goal or something. I this is stupid. It's literally super chats only. Pick a goal. 1 super chat, 5 super chats, 50. There's no like nothing else. It's like set a goal to engage with your audience. No, that's not engaging with your audience. That's asking for money. Octane, I try to be a man of the people. I really do. Sexy. Has it been 4 games? I don't think it's been that many. Has it? Mac? Maybe. We'll find out. It's gonna take some time, I think. Well, I don't know. I've said it earlier in the stream. I think he's got to put together a string of some huge games over in the B League. And once he does that, that'll draw eyeballs. But he's got to be consistent. And he's got to keep having double doubles. He's got to have like 20 and 10 every night. He really needs to. If he has a couple games where he disappears and has under 10 points and under 10 rebounds, that's not going to help his case. Oh my! I don't know who that was just dunking it for Houston, but that was why can't I read your name? Oh, Green, Jalen Green. All Star voting is open. Vote for Wemby. I did not see the fight between Jordan Clarkson and Ron Holland. Paul, was it an actual fight or was it just pushing? Because I've been getting clickbaited a lot by videos late where it's like huge fight breaks out, and then I click on it, and it's like it's just some pushing and shoving, and there is nothing. When I think fight, I'm thinking Malice in the freaking Palace. When I see huge fight, that's what I'm thinking. That type of fight where maybe not up in the with the fans, but there's like punches being thrown, people are getting thrown to the ground, not just a couple pushes and a flop, and then that's it. I'd love to see Wemby as an All Star. Hi TSR, do you think it's a real Robin to who do I think is a real Robin to Victor's Batman? LeBoy, we don't know yet. Vassell was supposed to be the guy. I don't know if he's going to be the guy with his injury history. Stefan Castle's not there yet. And I look at the rest. I don't think we have our Robin yet. Or he hasn't developed into a Robin yet. Dogs and cats living together in hysteria. Another movie. Killer Milo, I don't know where Castle's from. Yes, Paisan, I remember that vividly. It's weird because I shouldn't say that was a great moment because it really wasn't, but it was a memorable moment. A moment I'll never forget seeing on TV. Just a huge holy S moment, seeing just the fans and the players fighting each other. They're not the same in the '90s fight. Like yes, yes, '90s basketball when they got in a fight, that meant they were actually throwing punches. Huge fights and end up being a slap to a finger being right. That's a huge fight, a slap on the finger. Let me put up Q3 because that's gonna be starting up pretty soon. Quarter three. Q3. Here we go. Is anybody watching Star Wars Skeleton Crew? I've not seen it. I've only heard of it, Rico. I'm so ugh with Disney Star Wars. I don't like a lot of the content they've done. I like Mandalorian season 1 and 2. I tried watch. Sorry, Grogu, cover your ears. I tried watching season 3, and it felt like a different show. I don't know if there were different writers, but I could not get into it. I did not like Kenobi. I didn't like the Book of Boba Fett. I haven't given the Acolyte a chance because I just heard it's terrible. I have heard Andor's good, so I would probably like to check that out. But overall, and I don't like episode 7, 8, 9. I think episode 7's okay, but I really don't like 8 and 9. And just all the new Star Wars. I don't like Solo. I like randomly talking here. Sorry, Rogue One. I struggle with because that final scene with Vader is so freaking good. I think that made the movie better than it actually was. It's still good. Don't be wrong, but I think after I've seen that scene a couple times now, that even though it's still awesome, that holy S factor is not there. It was Fowler. It really was. Who can we get for Collins plus CP3 in 3 years of future second round draft picks? Not a heck of a lot. Malice in the Palace, that was like a pay per view event. Castles from Georgia, I believe. Speaking of pay per views, oh, nice, Carlos. Um, did you guys see the next big fight for Jake Paul? Is it one of the Pauls? Logan Jake, whatever Paul is. Who cares? Conor McGregor? Really? Conor's had one win since 2016, since he beat Eddie Alvarado for the title against a washed down Cerrone, and he's not a boxer. And he's much smaller than Paul. That's stupid. You don't like Princess Leia as Mary Poppins? No, I don't. Butterfly, good evening. Collins and Kelvin for sorry, they would never do that, Jason. Vinny, I was rooting for Mike Tyson. I'm not a Tyson fan, but I just wanted to see Tyson knock his head off. I really did. Did I see the Netflix documentary Starting Five? I don't even know what that is, LeBoy. The last documentary I've watched was McMahon on Netflix, which was actually liked it more than I thought I would. And my girl, Miss TSR, actually, I think enjoyed it too. And I think she went into it with low expectations. Yodi, what are you doing up there, buddy? You're correct about a lot. There are some issues with some of the writing on that. Oh, some of the writing's been awful. I absolutely love Rogue One and the story. Is Andor a prequel to Rogue One? I could have sworn I saw the same actor in the trailer. You were bored by Mandalorian season 1, Carlos? Well, to each his own. Steph Curry 33 against the Grizzlies through the first half. He may go for like 50 or 60. Damn. I can see why old friends didn't like 1, 2, 3, but 7, 8, 9 goes nowhere. If I had to, I'm gonna try to rank them while we're watching the game. We have a fight for the ball on the ground. We're going to get a jump ball here eventually. Nope, maybe not. Fox with the ball. Trae Young turnaround jumper. It looked like Trae was going to run away with it, and then he turned around and shot the jumper. Trenton, really neither. So I'm ranking Star Wars worst to best of the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Chris Paul pull it from the elbow. Good. I'm not going to include Solo or Rogue One. Those are their own thing. What do I think's the worst? Jeez. Trae Young with it out 3-point lane, guarded by Devin Vassell. Trae Young just holding the ball. Finally drives by Vassell. Pull up off the glass is no good. Wemby with the rebound. Wemby will bring it up for the Spurs. Tries to force him to sew in the paint. And that's deflected. That's a turnover. That's the 5th turnover for Wemby. Versace with the fast break layup, no good. Wemby was forcing that thing to sew in, and Sewing had a ton of Hawks around him in the paint. Vassell with a pull up 3 down the other end. Good. All right, so I'm going to put just the bottom 3 in any order. Episode 8, 9, and 2. I hate Attack of the Clones, and I don't like 8 and 9. I don't like The Force Awakens or The Rise of Skywalker. Absolutely hate those movies. So just put them down there now. 2, 8, and 9 in any order. I won't rewatch any of them. Vassell with an alley-oop to Sohan, broken up, foul, going to go to line for 2. After that, I'll put episode 7. I don't like the new trilogy. Then episode 1. That leaves 3, 4, 5, 6 is where you have a timeout. Timeout, guys. 68-65. We have some free throws coming up, I believe, for the Spurs. I will probably rate them the last 4. I might get some shade for this, but 4. I'm not a huge fan, the biggest fan of the first Star Wars movie. There's a lot of exposition. It's an introduction to the characters. I don't like Vader's voice in that one. So I'm going to put 4, 3. I like 3 out of all the newer movies. We're in a commercial break, so I'm just talking Star Wars and being a nerd for a second. 3, and then 6, 4. Wait, did I do that right? Did I get those numbers right? Hold on. 4, yep, 4, 3. I'm doing episodes 4, 3, 6, 5. So Empire is my number 1. Ewoks and Battle. I mean, I'm not crazy about the Ewoks, but the Luke and Vader storyline I love. The Jabba the Hutt intro, that whole part of it. So there's parts of Return I love. The Ewoks are goofy. I'll take Ewoks over Jar Jar. Howdy, can someone please explain why CP3 be left alone to defend the paint? 5 and 3 are S plus tier. I like 3. I think it could have been a longer movie. Like there could have been more. I felt the change to spoiler Anakin and Darth Vader was a little fast in the movie. Movie probably should have been about 15 minutes longer. I stopped caring about Star Wars episode 8's bad. Castle needs to get going. Castle really needs to get going. Being a nerd for a second, I'm a big movie buff too. I've got you can't see it, but there's a DVD rack full of Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Van Damme, Marvel movies, Godzilla, Freddy and Jason right over there. Only once have 2 players won Rookie of the Year on the same team consecutively. 2015. Wait, it was recent? Someone's going to line for 2. Who? 2015? Who? What? So disappointed in 3. Should have been Vader hunting Jeff. Well, yes. Jeff, I'll agree. Vader, one of the things we always hear. Well, we have to step back on that one for a second, Jeff, because as it goes, Vader hunts down the remaining Jedi and kills him. I'm thinking Vader as in the cyborg form, not the human form. Where he was Vader, but he was still Anakin Skywalker. So I get your point, though. The younglings thing, I could have did without with, and I'd rather seen him doing it instead of Order 66. That may have been a time constraint thing. So he did not go to the line for 2. I was wrong, but he does score a bucket in the paint there. They did start, guys. The Dixon Wainwright, thank you, Hysterical Cheese. Thank you for stopping in. Let's give a I don't want to give a Chuck Norris. Well, yeah, this is a high five. This is a pounding the fist, not getting punched in the face. Pounding the fist, Chuck Norris. Dr. Dixon, what's going on? Larry, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Sorry we couldn't have streamed together, but this has been a fun game. It's a close game. And hope you're having a great stream over there. 2 free throws, and the Hawks. Well, they just 69'd us. Thanks, Butterfly. She said, get those likes up, fans. Yes, fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. If you'd like to be an official sponsor of TSR Sports, all you got to do is hit the thumbs up. Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! Larry's calling him So-Chan. Why does Yodi keep falling down this couch? Chris Paul just launched an alley-oop off the top of the backboard. Zachary Versace on the fast break layup down the other end. That was a terrible pass. David, I'm not reading that out loud, at least. Ball's going to be tipped out about, and I got the tip on my head. Not how I wanted to say that. Not how I wanted to say that. It's Spurs ball. What it do? What it do? It is Spurs ball. CP3 out to Wemby. Wemby's going to take a 3. Off the rim, no good. And Jeremy Sonnen gets the ball from Clint Capella. Dunks it and 1. There we go. Where's my dunk? There it is.
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
LaMelo was 12% from 3. How many did what? Sohan's one-handed free throw is good after it bounces around the rim a few times. Butterfly, I'm not a huge fan of this court. And 1 broccoli. Austin Hill, Spurs next championship. How about 4 years from now? Jeremy Sohan, the Joker. You know, I watched the Joker in its entirety for the first time today. The one with the guy from Gladiator, Joaquin Phoenix. And a fast break dunk for Harrison Barnes. Spurs retake the lead.
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
Jalen Johnson with the miss. It is Spurs ball. Jeremy Sohan's a Joker with his green hair. Wemby the paint. He'll throw it down. Charge. Crap. Exactly, Robert. But I watched the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix, for the first time today, or finished it. I had watched it previously and got about 30 minutes in and didn't enjoy it. Charge on Harrison Barnes. Yeah, that's a good call. It wasn't bad. I didn't love the movie. I can see why people like it. I did think the interview scene at the end with Robert De Niro and the ending of that was a holy ass moment. That was really good. Jalen Johnson, the paint layup good. Hawk retake the lead. And Phoenix did, I'll give him credit, did a fantastic job playing the part. But yeah, I'm not in love with the movie, and I definitely don't want to see the sequel. Barnes going to force his way into the paint, throws it up and not in. Clint Capella with the rebound. It kills. Good evening. No, John Michael, that's Thundercats. That's not Hacksaw Jim Duggan. That's the Thundercats. Risache 3 from the corner, in and out burger. Long rebound's going to fall into the hands of Jalen Johnson. Risache now with the dunk in the paint. 75-72. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Wow, you're taking it back. Spurs down by 3. I don't think Chris Paul has scored yet. Barnes wide open for 3. Pulls it down. Gets it out to Devin Vassell. Why didn't he shoot that? Barnes with the ball again in the paint. Layup. No good. I mean, I'm not big on firing threes, but he's a decent three-point shooter, wide open in the corner. Trae Young launches a mile-long 3. Now that shot I don't agree with. They just said Trae Young shooting career worst 32% from 3. Devin Vassell launches a 3 and makes it. Tied game. Barnes, that was bad, guys. That was CP3 outscored. I mean, when you're wide open for 3 and you're a good three-point shooter, and he has been good this year, fine, take those shots. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds off Demisel. It's going to stay with Atlanta. Can you get me out of a seating ticket? A speeding ticket? No, I cannot. Daniel, apparently they're this good. They're good this year. They're not on TNT tonight, Austin. They're well, it's on NBA League Pass for me. I actually don't know what channel they're on. I have no idea. Trey shooting worse than Wemby Kokoshiba. Trey Young shooting a career worst 32% from three is what I just heard. He just launched another three. Of course, when I say he's shooting a career worst from three, he makes a three. Karma. That's right. Our guards had 1 point in the first half, so they're not scoreless. They have at least 1 point. I think Stefan Castle hit a free throw. Demisel with the ball. He's going to get fouled. Foul on Bogdanovich. HEB should make a Spurs commercial selling produce like broccoli and pineapple. Where is DJ? DJ, which Daniel Jones, DeJounte Murray? Rich, I know you read my comments. Ignore it. Well, I don't want to read the kiss brother and sister thing out loud, Carlos. I guess I did just kind of read it out loud. Wemby's going to take a long three. Oof, nope. Daniels will bring it up for the Hawks. Pass it out to Nance. Nance guarded by CP3. That's a huge mismatch. Well, Chris Paul is absolutely harassing him. It's still Atlanta ball, 10 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. 78-75, under 6 minutes to go. And a travel. Traveling. Which DJ got traded again? Luis Calvo, Michael Jordan. About the Sohan trade. What? Sohan's not getting traded, Carlos. Lance, I'm from Massachusetts. Trae Young, John Morant, or Anthony Edwards. Trae Young's an inefficient scorer. John Morant's had some legal issues, so I'm going to take Anthony Edwards. Joshua, what's going on? This is a must-lose for Atlanta. Wemby with the ball, 5 on the shot clock. From the elbow, no good. Medhi Ben. Yes, des Français. No. I was going to say no hablo español, but that's not right. No speak. I don't speak French. I don't know how to speak. I don't speak French in French. What's up, Glaze and Bacon? Turnover by the Hawks. Spurs on the run. Wemby with the ball. Alley-oop to Castle. There we go, Stefan.
Thunder. 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 Dunk of justice.
A dunk from Area 51. Castle when you need him the most. At least Castle can finish at the rim. He's got some ups. He just got weight up there. A little Area 51. Wemby and Castle. Yeah, Wemby's 40-point game, Kogashi was out the door. Castle pull up Jay. All right. What did I say earlier? Parlez-vous français? Is that I don't speak French? Castle can be shooting poorly, but he's confident and still keep shooting. We're seeing that tonight. He was 0 for 5 in the first half. Got 2 back-to-back buckets. Nance Jr. bucket. Our shot no good. Fight for the board. Sohan will bring it down. Spurs up by 1. Castle bring it up the court for San Antonio. Stefan with a little bit of crossover. Back to Sohan. I don't think Jeremy's going to take 3-point shots anymore, period. Sohan with the ball. He'll throw it up. No good. Foul going to the line for 2. What's up, RQ3? Yeah, DeJounte Murray's a Pelican. That was before the season started. He played 1 game and broke his hand. Rough. In French, you say, no hablo en French. What? You don't, Jesse. Showing up. What's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Bible English right now. Center is, I guess it's Jeremy Sohan. We're going small ball. That's our small ball lineup. What's up, Jamie? Thank you for stopping in. So, Earl, he shoots free throws with 1 hand because he's even worse as a free throw shooter with 2 hands. Lance, my favorite player of all time is Mr. Robinson. 80-78, 2-point game. It is Hawks ball. DeAndre Hunter being harassed by Stephon Castle. Drives for a layup. Misses the layup. Jeremy Sohan with the rebound. Jeremy will bring it up for the Spurs. Gets it to Stephon back. Well, Stephon tried to get back to Jeremy. That's a turnover. The Hawks got a 4-on-1 and a huge dunk by Jalen Johnson. Spurs get it up the court real quick. We might have numbers. Nope. Atlanta gets back in transition. All tied up. 80. Kevin drives in the paint. Layup. Good. Spurs back up by 2. Michael Jordan's the GOAT for me. Carlos, I've been watching I've been watching basketball for almost 35 years. We're gonna have a found Vassell. And Kobe had this in him too, and I've seen it from LeBron at times and Shaq, etc. But I've never seen a player take over games like Jordan did in the 90s on both ends of the floor when he was with the Bulls, not the Wizards, where he just all of a sudden became unstoppable on offense, was a monster on defense. I've never seen an athlete in any sport have the drive, that killer instinct that he had. Kobe was close on that one. I'll give Kobe credit. Just the way he could take over a game. And I rooted against Jordan, for the record, in the 90s. Whenever he played the Spurs, obviously I rooted for the Spurs. Not so much against the Lakers, but when the Bulls played the Blazers, I was rooting for them. I was rooting for the Suns. I was rooting for the Sonics. I was rooting for the Jazz. I'm like, I'm tired of seeing Jordan and the Bulls keep winning. I want to see somebody take them down. Nobody could take them down. Turnover by the Hawks. Spurs ball. Yeah, I mean, Brady had that in the NFL, Jeff. I would agree. He definitely had that. You just have to win 5+ rings in any sport. You just have to have, that it factor. Timmy had it. Champagny for 3. Good from the corner. What's going on, Squalucci? Thank you for stopping in. I did not, Brian. I haven't watched golf. Period. I don't like golf. I can't watch it. Yes, Jordan was very clutch too. Extremely clutch. Stephon Castle crossover into the paint. Floater is an air ball. Oh my. That one was bad. Craig how you pronounce it. Hunter pulls up, no good. Spurs ball. Castle bring it up, drops it off to Kelvin. Kelvin's gonna take off, gets it back to Castle. Castle fumbles the pass. Oh my gosh, Stephon, you had a little moment of redemption with your 2 buckets, and now you're back to fumbling everything. Hunter for 3, tie game. Oh, my clock is not moving. Well, I have to fix that. My bad, guys. We're back to tie game. Castle just, wow, what a roller coaster of a night he's having. What's up, Gabriel? My clock's all jacked up. My bad, guys. Next games for the Spurs. Actually, we can talk about that real quick because I'll be calling them. 190 likes. Let's get to 200. 10 more likes, and Coyote will boop the camera. Castle 1 step forward, 3 steps back. Ouch. Castle might be better in the starting lineup. Next games for the Spurs coming up. You did ask that. I want to check that for you because that's important. All right. We got Atlanta right now. We have the Portland Trailblazers Saturday night. That's at 8:30 p.m. all times Eastern. I'll be calling that game, of course. Monday, we have the 76ers. Jared McCain out for the year, I believe. Rookie of the year, obviously, out of the question for him now. That's on NBA TV. We have the Christmas game against the Knicks at 12 p.m. I plan on calling it. I don't know if I can call it at my house or I'll have to be at Miss TSR's because it's on ESPN and ABC. I'll have to check and see if I can pull it in on ESPN Plus. And then we have the Nets next Friday on December 27th. I'll be at Miss TSR. So the setup's going to be definitely different for that one. All the Nets games get blocked out for me. Unless the game's not blocked out, maybe we'll be here. But the next game is Portland, Saturday night, 8:30. Miss TSR may be with me. She's had a lot of work this week, so I don't know if she's going to be able to stay up for the game. That's going to be her 2 guys playing, Stephon Castle and Donovan Ligon. So she might be a little more motivated to stay up late for that one. That being said, we got the Hawks right now. Oh, I just spit. We're close to 200 thumbs up. 200 thumbs up will get the Coyote boop going. Daddy wants to boop you guys. Good luck, boop. And it's been a good game. It's been close. Honestly, not a Kobe fan. He represents a coworker archetype that is impossible to work with. Kobe was a great player. Um, yeah, a great killer instinct. My one knock on Kobe, strictly with basketball guys, when I know there's stuff off the court, I don't want to talk about that, is he was an inefficient scorer. I think a lot of, Jordan gets a lot of uh, criticism for his poor 3-point shooting. And stat wise, they're actually very similar. Michael Jordan, in very much a non 3-point era, shot with the Bulls, he shot 33%. With the Wizards, he was terrible, 24. But for his career, he shot .327, around 33% for his career. Kobe, who played definitely in a more 3-point era than Jordan did, for his career shot .329, only slightly better than Jordan. Jordan's overall field goal percentage was much higher than Kobe's. I like watching Kobe play, don't get me wrong. But I mean, I would take Jordan over Kobe. I would. All right, back to the game. It is Spurs ball. Sohan's going to take a 3. Okay. Sorry for making the face, Jeremy. Warriors are getting killed? Really? Lance, what's the score in that game? Or anybody? What's the Warriors game score? The Green Monster for 3. Preachy for 3, no good. Jeremy with the rebound. What Warrior? What's happening to the Warriors? Julian Champagny gets it to Sohan. Sohan's going to fumble the ball. 109 to 59? Jalen Johnson would have dunked. They're losing by 50? Oh my God. Trey Jones with the ball, runs into the paint, gets it to Castle. Castle with the layup. Almost a dunk, but it was more of a layup. All right, well, I like Castle attacking the rim like this, and it's good when he makes them. Spurs have 22 assists. The Hawks have 23, so both teams passing well so far through 3 quarters. There's about a 9-second differential between the shot clock and game clock, so the Spurs should cause a turnover. All right. That's a horrible game, 109-59. Castle off-bounds jumper is no good. Not even close. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with San Antonio. Bogdanovich is asking for maybe a challenge. Mitch Johnson's doing a whole bunch of kumbaya over there. Wemmy's going to check in with 3 seconds left. Curry 0 for 7. Schroeder 2 for 12. What in the what? The Schroeder effect. That's a bad Schroeder effect. Steph's not leaving the Warriors. But my gosh, Golden State's losing. Can you imagine a Steph Curry-led team if they end up losing by 40 plus when it's all said and done? Or if the score gets worse? I'm in shock. Jeremy with the pull-up at the buzzer. No good. You're welcome, Gaia Prince. I appreciate that. I think we're a pretty fun community. Spurs up by 3. This has been a good game. Been close. No, Jeremy Sohan is not Kobe. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Man, I gotta look up that Warriors box score real quick, guys. That is insane. Like, they were really good to start the year, weren't they? Didn't they start like 12-3 or they're playing Memphis. They're down 114 to 66. So they're down 48 right now. They were first quarter, they were down 31 at the half and down 40 after 3. Or sorry, 15. Sorry, 15. 9. They're down 50 after 3. They're down 50 right now, 116 to 66. Draymond Green 0 for 4. Kevon Looney 1 for 5. Steph Curry 0 for 7. He's got 2 points off of free throws. Dennis Schroeder 5 points on 2 of 12 shooting. Jonathan Kuminga 0 for 8. Lindy Waters 0 for 4. The team is shooting 29% from the field. This is crazy. Is anybody killing it for Memphis? No, nobody's going off. John Morant only has 9 points. And actually, the Golden State Warriors are now down by 54. John Morant has 9 points. They have 5 players in double digits. Everybody's a huge plus on the team. They're all like plus 24, plus 28. Desmond Bane's leading the team with a plus 36. But nobody has more than 19 points for the Grizzlies. If you're a Golden State Warriors fan, this is an off night, I guess. Steph Curry with a minus 41 in 24 minutes. Wow, and it's 123-66. It's now a 57-point game. We'll have to check that when that game's over. Let me know what the final score is. That's gonna be the worst beating of Steph Curry's career easily. That is a high school blowout. The Grizz are literally. We got to 200. Did we get to 200? Oh, I promised you a coyote boot. We're exactly at 200 likes, but don't stop there, guys, because somebody could unlike it. So let's get a couple over 200. But I'm a man of my word. Jeremy Sohan for 3 again. Nope. Back down to earth. He did hit one near the end of the third quarter. Let's not get crazy out there and firing threes left and right, Jeremy. It is Atlanta ball starting off the fourth quarter and a good game. Hunter pull up Jay. Good. 1-point game. Michael, his shot is. Yeah, Kokushiwa. Jean Morant has 9 points, and Memphis is annihilating Golden State. Trey Jones drives to the paint. Layup gets blocked. Fast break for the Hawks. Spurs get back. Bogdanovich is going to launch a 3. No good. Fight for the board. The ball's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be Spurs ball. They aren't making shots. They are getting killed on rebounds. Trench at that. Yeah. Sohan's mechanic are terrible, Dennis. And yes, I will show you the game road trip. Absolutely.
Sucker!
Kellen's just going to pull up for 3. In and out! That literally went in, went blah, 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 and came back out. Nance with a miss. Kellen with the ball. Warriors out rebounded 52-28. Jeez. Kellen's going to get fouled. What's the call here? Foul on Atlanta. David, nope, I am not. Yeah, Robert. I mean, he just came in for the end of the quarter. He's resting. I expect Mitch to play him the final 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. This unit is not it. Sohan, Champagny, Kellen, Jones, Castle. It's not our best shooting lineup. You have a lot of non-shooters out there. Champagny for 3. No good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Atlanta as well. I mean, Sohan can't shoot the 3. Kellen's wonky this year. Gray's not a 3-point shooter. Castle's not a 3-point. Yeah, this shot. This is. Show the game one more time. Okie dokie.
Sucker!
Oh, that's the game. Since I legally can't show the basketball game, Triple H, aka the game, I show that game. That pull up J is good. I think that was DeAndre Hunter again. It was. DeAndre Hunter pull up J is good. Shanked his head on the way back. Oh, go home. Hunter does have 19 points tonight. Well, okay, he's playing well. Spurs ball. Champagne's going to drive in the paint. Throws it up off the glass. This unit's not working, guys. This unit is not working. Hunter for 3. Yep, this unit's not working. Mitch, timeout. Mitch. Warriors down. Yeah, they're down over 50. Champagny layup in the paint, good. Mr. Dogbone, that's fair. And yes, the Warriors are getting annihilated. That's kind of been the talk of the stream in the last few minutes. Jalen Johnson in the paint. A little pump, no good. Hawks get the ball back. We're going to have a 3-point shot. In and out burger. That was Bogdanovich. Trey Jones. I'm sorry. Stephon Castle with the ball. Out to Trey Jones for 3. Air ball. Air ball. So those 3-point shots I don't like. Yep, I've been using In-N-Out Burger here for a while. Jalen Johnson pull up no good. And now a foul, and now can we get Wemby in the game? This lineup ain't him at all. I am getting texts from my friends. Good grief, Warriors down. Yeah. I agree, Greg. Come on, Spurs. Alto, what's going on? Mr. Dogmo Wemby should be coming back in after this first free throw. Bogdanovich at the line. Spurs down by 2. Mr. Thrust, I ain't betting on anybody. Mr. Thrust, interesting channel name, by the way. Is that in relation to what I think it is? I think yes. Michael, Trey Jones has really struggled from the field this year. He's not scoring. I think I can look at my basketball reference as can you, but I'm pretty sure his scoring is down significantly from last year. He's also been injured a lot. The comeback Spurs are a thing. Road trip. Wemby, just a chill guy. All right, Brian. Fair enough. 95-92. This next free throw is taking forever. I'm still not sure about this lineup. Wemby, Champagny, Keldon, Jones, and Castle. Both our guards are non-shooters, and again, Keldon's 3-point shot has been kind of pooped this year. Michael, was it 8 points a game? It was like 8 or 9. It's definitely way down this year. Champagny with the ball on the 3-point land. 14 on the shot clock. Are they looking to get it to Wemby? Yes, they are. We need Mr. Fourth Quarter tonight. Wemby's going to drive in the paint. Stops, pops, falls down, but makes the shot. He's going to get back up again. Dennis Trey has been injured all year. He has. More substitutions after the ball goes out of bounds. I think Sean Elliott just said that was the first time Wemby scored in the second half. Wow. I thought for sure he's going to be on his way to 40 tonight. Not so much. Blake Wesley has not played 1 second. He has not sniffed the court with everybody finally healthy for the Spurs, minus Pop, Trae Young, layup good. I think Blake Wesley, Malachi Branham, Sandro Mamakeliashvili, Zach Collins, and City Sissoko are going to get 0 minutes for the most part moving forward, barring injury or garbage time. Wemby with a mile-long 3. Chris, what's going on from Texas? Wizards won their 4th game of the year. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate that. Bogdanovich for 3. Swish. Well, that hurts. He's got 10 now. Champagny for 3 down the other end, way off. Arbor, I have no idea. We are just shooting threes and not making a lot of them. Keldon with some defense and gets the steal. All right, Keldon. Some effort on defense. Nice to see that once in a while from you. Not hating, just saying. He's criticized for his defense a lot. Nice to see him cause a turnover. CP3 gets it to Wemby. 10 on the shot clock. Wemby's doing all sorts of spins and up and downs and off the glass by Wemby. All right. Oh my goodness. Guy and Prince drops the bomb. A $50 super chat. Says, love my fellow Spurs fans. Get better, Pop. Go Spurs, go. Merry Christmas, TSR Sports. For Amarillo, Texas here. That was very generous of you. Thank you for that. Wow. Guy and Prince, thank you. That's very nice of you. Thank you. You get 3 boops. Actually, you're going to get a boop from everybody. A boop from Coyote. That's what we'll do now. Super chats will get boops. A boop from Grogu. Gotta be careful of Grogu's head. And a boop from Mikey. Boop. And if Miss TSR was here, you'd get a kiss from Miss TSR. I'm just kidding. We're at a timeout, guys. Lose, Cowboy Hawks fan. Thank you for coming in. I am rooting for you guys to lose because, well, I'm a Spurs fan and yeah, obviously we want you guys to lose as much as possible because we have control of your draft picks in the next 3 years. Juan, good evening from the or good morning from the Philippines. Did you know that Trey Young was called Trey Long? Was he, David? Yes, he is pro. Wemmy's back is still bothering her. Absolutely. Mario, I would love 300 thumbs up, but I can't make that happen. Only you guys can make that happen. I have hit the thumbs up on the stream. I'm not gonna lie. TSR Sports thumbed up his own stream. I gotta like our own content, right? We're at 221 thumbs up now. We do have over 400 watching, so it'd be very easy to get to 250 thumbs up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, it is fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious, and it looks like this.
Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go!
Fluminense Valkai. Hi, I'm from Brazil, and I just bet on your team. Okay, well, good luck. Lance Kaminsky with the $2 super chat says, "Go Spurs, go!" And a "Go Spurs, go" to you. Captain Cadogan's in charge of horse. Lance, thank you, and a boop to you. 133-80. That's got to be the Golden State Warriors game. Sean, Go Spurs, go from the Philippines. Did you see Jeopardy took a shot at the New York Jets? I did not, Mr. Dogbone. I didn't know Jeopardy was still on. I know Alex Trebek passed away a while back, and I haven't watched the show since he passed. I mean, I didn't watch it much anyway. TSR, what has Trey Jones done? Oh, what good has Trey Jones done? None tonight. He's generally been a solid backup point guard. Injuries are really screwing him up this year. He got injured in the first game, didn't look quite right for the longest time, had just started coming back, getting in the groove just a slight bit, and then dinged up his shoulder, and clearly off tonight. So this year, really nothing. CP3, Jared, just, I don't know what's going on with him tonight. David? No? There you go. Arno, yeah. What's up with CP3? He's 39, yeah. It is Hawks ball. Stormy with the super chat says, "Trade so for peanuts." Thank you so much, Stormy. You get a boop. And you get a boop. And you get a boop. Everybody getting boops tonight. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Spurs ball. We can tie it up here. Wemby's back is injured from carrying the team. I don't think Mike Conley isn't for our timeline kicks. Isn't Conley like 34-ish? Wemby had like 19. Wemby was on pace for 40 points at one point. He's not anymore. Wemby actually has 33. Well, I stand corrected. He actually could go for 40. I'm going to shut up. Wemby could go for 40. There's 6 minutes to go. They try to get the ball to Wemby. Almost gets poked out of his hand. He has the ball back. Wemby's going to drive like Capella, throws it up, and alley-ooped it to himself. What?
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
Victor Wembanyama just went on Clint Capella. He Thanos finger snapped him. Holy moly. DeAndre Hunter for 3 from the corner. No good. Wemby with the rebound. Wemby just destroyed Clint Capella. The Swiss bank just got deposited a Wemby dunk. Wemby with the ball again. Thinks about a 3. Actually going to take the 3. Off the rim, off the rim, off the rim, off the rim. Finally rolled out. Come on, rim. Damn you. Atlanta ball. Off the screen by Donovan for 3. No good. Wemby with the rebound. Wemby trying to take over the game. He's going to alley-oop it to Sohan. Sohan with the reverse alley-oop layup. Okay. Wow. Wemby is starting to take over the fourth quarter, which he should be doing. He's our best player. And now it's Atlanta. Let's go. Crowd is fired up. I'm fired up. Oh, you're fired up. Doris is fired up. Oh, Wemby needs to close out the last 5 minutes of this game. Absolutely, Michael. I agree. We are such a different team when he's not on the court, offensively and defensively. I don't see an alien. I see Thanos on the court. Basketball looks deflated, does it? Keldon with the ball, drives in the paint. Stops, pops, and the little jumper is good. Ryan with the $2 super chat says, "Go Spurs, go!" Thank you very much. And we got a timeout, I think, by Atlanta. Yes, we do. Brian, I got to get you your boop. Jay Blaze for real. Thank you for being here. How am I related to Chuck Norris, Jared? I am not. I'm not related to Chuck. We have a timeout. Spurs up by 4. And Wemby doing everything now, playing some defense, getting rebounds, alley-ooping, making shots, destroying Clint Capella. I love it. I love it. Go Spurs, go, everybody. If you're new here, by the way, somebody mentioned Jay Blaze appreciate me covering Spurs basketball. We have covered every Spurs game so far to date. For this season, we called every summer league game, every preseason game. We haven't missed a regular season game yet. I'm hoping we don't miss a regular season game. We're going to try to do every game. You're looking for a Spurs community to hang out with for live games, or you're looking for a place for analysis, or both. We have a great community. We'd love to have you join the channel. Hit the old subscribe button. And while you're down there, don't forget to like the stream as well, because that's the way you become an official sponsor and member of TSR Sports. The thumbs up. Make a demigod, baby coyote boop. Indeed. How many Wembies does it take to screw in a light bulb? Really? Ray, good evening to you. Trenchant, I'm wearing Chris Paul. And it's actually Keldon Johnson, but I don't want to show you the back of the jersey because I don't want you to see my Johnson. This team is fun to watch, and we're only going to get better. We're in Wemby's second year, Stefan Castle's first year. We got a really young team. Yeah, there is a woman behind the Spurs bench, $600 seats, who has not stopped talking to her friend for the whole game. Is that what you're watching, Bart? 4-point game, very winnable. And listen, if you're a Spurs fan, this is a double win because the Spurs win. Obviously, it helps the Spurs team by winning, but we also want the Atlanta Hawks to lose as much as possible because we own their first-round pick in that really good 2025 draft. I challenge you to name a Brazilian football team. That I lose. Yo, TSR, would you trade Trey Jones for Mike Conley? Straight up? I don't see it happening. The other team wouldn't do that. That's the thing. Is she big? I heard them send it to women. Big, David? This team can have you excited for the future of one game and then have you thinking you're watching last year. Yes, Patrick, yes. They're a little Jekyll and Hyde at times. Andre, right now the lineup's over here to your right, my left. It's Jeremy Sohan, Victor Wembanyama, Chris Paul, Demisel, and Keldon Johnson. So, okay, that's interesting. So Barnes not in as a closer, but Keldon is. I'm not totally opposed to that. I mean, I like Keldon. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Atlanta with 4:17 left in the game. Prince Vic, if the Spurs are a playoff team, they'll have a first round pick, but it won't be a lottery pick if they make the playoffs. So there is a chance we might not have a lottery pick. And alley-oop is off, and that's a turnover for Atlanta. Spurs on the run to get to Sohan. Sohan's gonna
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
Fluminense. That's a 3 by Larry Nance. Klay Thompson's a better shooter, but I would take Kobe Bryant over Klay Thompson. Absolutely. Spurs ball up by 3. Close game. Spurs have 3 timeouts remaining. The Atlanta Hawks have 2. Keldon with the ball. He's going to get it to Wemby with 7 on the shot clock. Wemby's just going to fake a long 3. Now he's going to take a long 3. That was short. Bogdanovich with the rebound. Trae Young zips it up the court. And Hunter for 3. Tied game, guys. And Mitch just called timeout. So the picks coming up, we have our own first round pick. We have the Atlanta Hawks first round pick, no matter where it lands. We have the Chicago Bulls first round pick. I believe that is top 10 protected. We have the Charlotte Hornets first round pick. That is lottery protected. The Hornets suck. Sorry. So we're not getting that pick. That's going to convey into, I think, 2 second rounders next year. The Bulls pick, we don't know. Atlanta right now is a playoff team, which won't be a lottery team, and we actually think are a lottery team. The The Western Conference is really deep this year, so we're like in that fringe spot. Mario's Michael Jordan. Almost to 250 thumbs up. Well, if we can get to 250 thumbs up, then we will, I don't know. I got nothing. Pacers are messing up the standings, which is bad for. Well, I mean, the world's been a little upside down in the Eastern Conference because the Bucks started off sucking. They've corrected things, and they won the cup thingy too, right? I forget what it's called. And the Sixers were supposed to be good and absolutely trash to start the season. OnlyFans preview. Yeah, I'll whip it out. No, I won't. Nobody wants to see that. Yeah, that Dennis. Yeah, we're not getting that Hornets pick. So I mean, it's very forgettable. It's going to turn in, I think, 2 second rounders. I think. But quote me on that. I think 2 second rounders. I don't remember. 107, Austin 316 on the clock. YouTube's acting a little weird, but everything's running, so not too weird. Chris Paul for three, and he had been extremely quiet offensively tonight, so nice to see him like contribute. Well, Larry Nance Jr. hits a two, and just like that, it's a 1 point game. Jay Play, awesome. I always try to have good vibes here. Try to make this a community-driven channel. See what else can I tell you guys that's new. No memberships, no sponsorships, none of that stuff. Just all Spurs. Sewing with the ball's gonna have to force an off-balance jumper with the clock expiring. Hits the rim, no good. Keldon Johnson with the offensive rebound. Keldon will pass it out to CP3. Chris Paul will drive, gets it out to Vassell. He's gonna take a three. No good. Foul in Atlanta. 110-109, a little over 2 minutes to go. But yeah, we try to have good vibes here. Really do. You'll occasionally hear me be very outspoken against Bet US Sports or FanDuel or any of those. I don't like promoting online gambling. So people ask a lot, about gambling in the chat. I will just tell them I don't do it. So we'll leave it at that. But back to the Spurs. That's the most important thing. Wemby's going to take a three. Come on. No good. Nance Jr. with the rebound. 2 minutes to go. Spurs up by only one. I do giveaways too. You're right, David. I give away random. I've given out baby coyotes, baby Wembies, bobbleheads. Yes, I do random giveaways. I don't announce them anymore. I just, my way of giving back to the Spurs community. Trae Young with a runner and one. Yep. The Warriors are getting destroyed. They really are. Okay, CW, what is up with the what? I did not. I mean, I saw. Did I see it? I don't think. Maybe not. Fluminense, the big guy. I mean, we've had a couple big guys: David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and the current big guy, Victor Wembanyama. Chris Paul with the ball is going to start to drive. Gets it to Wemby in the paint. Wemby's just going to get grabbed. Foul DeAndre Hunter. 112, 110. Castle's been a little bit of liability on offense lately, though. So lights out. That's why I can't put him in. Wemby is not less than 200. That's a bucket for the Spurs. Tied at 112. I did not see you shot that. My apologies. Marcus Aldridge, that's fair. Vassell hit that. Vassell 20 points now. Under a minute and a half to go. Trae Young with a mile-long three. Shooting a career worst from three, I believe I heard earlier in the game, but when the Hawks need him the most, he hits a huge three. Dang it. 115, 112. Spurs ball. Yeah, I think Wemby weighs like 235 now. Keldon Johnson with the ball, drives in the paint. He's got Sewing right behind. Doesn't even see him. Gets it out to Vassell for three. Well, that works too. Jeremy was there for a dunk, but I guess we'll take the three, right? It's all tied up. Hawks ball, 107 to go. Vassell with 23 points now. Trae Young's going to Pass it out to Johnson for 3. Jalen Johnson for 3. Dang. Every time we make a shot, they hit a shot. Chris Paul for 3. Good! What the hell? And 1! Oh my goodness, this game! Chris Paul was invisible the first 3 quarters offensively. And finally, at the end of the game, that's a possible 4-point play, guys. Possible 4-point play. CP, please no spoilers in the chat. You probably are ahead of me. Do not forget I'm streaming this on the League Pass. So please don't put it in the chat until I announce it. Thank you. Foul the Sohan. That's 2 free throws coming up for Atlanta. That was a bad foul by Jeremy. Right on the inbounds pass. 54 seconds to go. Not Jeremy's best smartest play there. Thank you, It Kills. Yes, please leave a like for the win. If you're a Spurs fan, and you're a Hawks fan, hit the like too. I appreciate you if you can do that. Hawks fans, of course, always welcome. For those that don't know, we're supposed to be streaming this game with the Dixon Way, an Atlanta Hawks fan as well. He's watching on live over there, HD, which means he'd be way ahead of me, which means we can't call a game. He missed the first one! Wow. All right. Yeah, mobile games. Keep try to wait till I announce it. That's not yet. Oh, I'm going to turn off ESPN shortly. I am. Trae Young's second free throw. He missed them both. He missed them both. Oh my goodness. Chris Paul to Wemby. Wemby for 3. No good. Not the shot I wanted there. End of the game. We need to get an easier 2 and not be throwing a 3. Trae Young for 3. Missed it. Out of bounds. Both teams are in the bonus. All right, I'm shutting off the sidebar just for no, because ESPN does occasionally. It does end before my stream does, just by a little bit, and I don't want any spoilers. 119, 118. Kelvin Johnson with the ball. There's 3.5 seconds between shot clock and game clock. They're going to intentionally foul Chris Paul going to the line for 2. Or no, he called timeout. I think he called a timeout before that. Yeah, sorry for anybody getting timed out. It's just I watch this on NBA League Pass, which there's a little bit of a delay, so sometimes you're going to be ahead of me in the chat. I just try not to announce things until I've said it. I really appreciate that. I don't want overtime. No. I mean, if there's overtime, I'm not going to be opposed to it, but I'd rather no overtime. That was a timeout by the Spurs, though. And yeah, I thought it was a foul, but I guess not. Error Hamberry, thank you for stopping in. Go Spurs, go to you. Angelo, good evening. Andres, thank you very much. Thank you, Butterfly. Go Spurs, go to everybody. Landon Sports Talk. Landon, what the hell happened to your Golden State Warriors tonight? Matt A, I'm watching on NBA League Pass. I have no idea. Mick Vlog, thank you for stopping in. One Striker, thank you for stopping in. Joshua, it is Spurs ball with about 18 seconds to go. 144 to 93. That's a huge loss. Is that the worst loss of Steph Curry's career? Laredo, thank you for stopping in. Broncos up 24-19. Thank you. All right. Spurs ball. I got to focus on the game. Both teams in the bonus. There's 4 seconds between shot clock and game clock, so I don't know if the Hawks are going to intentionally foul. Yes, they are. They immediately foul Wemby. 17 seconds to go in the game. Hooters gift card. We're not doing a Hooters gift card giveaway. We did a giveaway the other night. We gave away a baby coyote. We give away stuff randomly on this channel, so if anybody's new, we'd like to give back to the Spurs community. If you're not a Spurs fan and you were to win something, I would change it to your team for the record. So if we're giving away a baby coyote, and you're like, well, I'm not a Spurs fan. I don't want a baby coyote. I don't know who wouldn't want a baby coyote. We would do something of equal or lesser value of your team. Wemby at the line for 2. MVP chance there in San Antonio. Okay. Made the first one. All right. All right. We have 700 in the chat. We should have at least 300 thumbs up then, Michael. 700 in the chat. Where are we at? I can't even see it. We're at 271. We have 300 in the chat and only 271 likes. My math ain't mathing. Come on, Wemby. You again, good evening to you. Joshua Max. Come on, Wemby. Come on, Wemby. Come on, Wemby. He missed it! Oh my gosh, and now a timeout by the Atlanta Hawks 16 seconds ago. Trae Young misses 2 free throws. Wemby misses 1 or 2. Make your free throws, guys. No, July 26th, they don't. Cheeks clenched across Spurs Nation. You ain't kidding. Dennis, Wemby was over 90% at the start of the year, but he's come down just a little bit. He's still a very good free throw shooter, excellent free throw shooter, but end of the game, you got to make your free throws. You cannot be breaking them. Michael, yes, keep the ball away from Trae Young. You know he's going to be firing a 3. He's going to fire a 3, and Loretta says he's hoping for 120 120. I'm hoping it stays 120 to 118. Got to 300? Well, if the Spurs win, we need to get at least 400. They are exactly free throws. Free. You're throwing. We've actually missed a lot of free throws tonight, I believe. At halftime, we were shooting like 71%. So, yes, we missed a lot of free throws. Veronica, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Isaiah, thank you for being here. You're sensing OT. My prediction? Coyotes do a little dance on the court. I'm trying to mimic what he's doing, but I'm doing a poor job at it. Well, you're doing a good job, Coyote. I really want to beat Atlanta. Wemby with 34, Vassell with 23, Son with 20 for the Hawks, Hunter with 25, Young with 23, Johnson with 22. Spurs only have 3 guys in double digits. Hawks have at least 5 guys. All right, we're getting back to the game. Trae Young not having his best year from three-point land, but this is a time when, you hit a big one. Both teams in the bonus. A drive and a dunk on Wemby! DeAndre Hunter just takes it in the paint and dunks it on Wemby. Where they're talking about Hunter maybe getting teched up for staring down Wemby. Are the Spurs going to get a tech in possession? Oh my goodness. Wow. That was a great, great play by DeAndre Hunter. I thought they were going to shoot a 3. So Spurs can hold for last possession, guys. London Cashmere, good evening. I don't know if it's a double tech or they're just not calling. We're in a timeout again. Timeout again. Timeout again. All tied at 120. 11 seconds ago. Yeah, Yushan Chenki went bananas, got dunked on. Hey, it happens. The best shot blockers of all time get dunked on. David Robinson got dunked on. Tim Duncan got dunked on. Dikembe got dunked on. If you're going to be at the rim trying to protect it, guys are going to get the best of you. Landon, Wemby or Vassell for the game winner, I got to think. We have almost 1,000 people in here tonight. Keep hitting the thumbs up. Maybe we'll get it up to 1,000. Hit it up. Don't take that the wrong way. What a game tonight, though, guys. This has been awesome. I've been glad to hang out with you. I'm a huge Spurs fan for almost 35 years. We call every game. During the week, it's usually me and Selena Gomez. On the weekends, it's usually me and my girlfriend, Miss TSR Sports, who's become a huge Spurs fan by, well, dating me, of course, but also she's a big UConn fan, and Stefan Castle is a Spurs. So we'd love to have you join the channel. You know where the subscribe button is. You know where the like button is. And let's close this out with a win. What's up, Machine 78? Hunter's not on his level, but he got him there. Wemby was just a little late, and it was a great move. It was a great play by DeAndre Hunter. So no technicals. I'm gonna have to ignore the chat just for a second. I don't want any spoilers, please. 120 all, 11 seconds to go. Chris Paul's going to inbound it for the Spurs. He'll get into Vassell. They're going to try to get it to Wendy. He's going to knock out of bounds. Jump ball? What? How's it a jump ball? It's either the Spurs ball or Hawks ball. Why is it? What? Let's take a look at the replay. I actually think it's out on Wemby. That might be out on Wemby. I don't get the jump ball call. We're in a timeout again. Oh my gosh, this game's never going to end. We have a jump ball for you, Luigi. I think that went off of Wemby. Look, I'm a Spurs fan, and I'm biased to wanting my team to win, but I got to call it like I see it. It looked like Wemby's fingers hit that last. I don't know. I want to see the refs again, or get the refs, see the play again. I think Wemby hit that out. This is a better angle. That's off Wemby, guys. That's off Wemby. That's off Wemby. This should be Atlanta ball. I don't like saying that. It should be Atlanta ball. They're looking at it. They're replaying it. This is gonna be Atlanta ball. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta call it like I see it. I gotta be honest with you guys. The Hawks should have the one. Larry Nance Jr. hit the ball with his fingertips, and then Wemby's hand came in after it and tipped it, and it's gonna be off Wemby. I don't think there's a foul before they're calling a foul. I think it's Hawks ball. The Dyer, this will really hurt. We overturn the jump ball. It's Atlanta's ball. Yeah, don't let people put in stuff about Pop passing away. Come on, dude. Don't be like that. Be better than that. Atlanta ball, guys. Atlanta is out of timeouts. The Spurs are out of timeouts. Both teams in the bonus. 8 seconds to go. It was out on Wemby. I can't deny it. I'm not going to be that fan that, I was going to sit here and say it wasn't off him. It was clearly off him. It was challenged. The refs made the right call. 8 seconds to go for Atlanta. Could we see overtime? Can the Hawks hit a big shot at the end? Will we have any time to get the ball back ourselves? Is Trae Young taking the last shot? DeAndre Hunter's been on fire tonight. We're going to get the ball into Trae Young. Trae, guarded by Wemby. Step back 2. No good. We're going overtime, guys. We are going to overtime. Okay. I'll take overtime over a loss on the last shot of the game. All right, I have to reset this, and then I got to edit. Why tomorrow's Friday? No, edit. 5 minutes. All right. Woo. Let's get the ESPN thing back up. Where's that at? Window cap. There we go. What a game, guys. TWGZ, I'm watching on NBA League Pass. I buy it every year for the San Antonio Spurs. I live in Connecticut, so I have to get the League Pass. Otherwise, I can't watch them. Overtime. Fries Macadotoni. I don't know if I said that right, but welcome to the chat. I don't recognize that name, so thank you for being here. Hawk Chua can suck it. What, July 26th? What is that all about? Oh, Hawks Chua. I see what you did there. Hawks Chua. Overtime. I'm in. All right, I got to put OT up on the scoreboard. Quarter. Is this our first OT game of the year, guys? For the Spurs fans? I don't remember. I don't know if we've had an OT game yet. B-Ball Fanatic, good evening to you. Fonswine, what's going on? It's late. I thought the game would be over, but I'm not going to end the stream early. I mean, this is overtime. We got to watch it. But while we're waiting, can we get up to 400 thumbs up before OT starts. We're at 3:38. We have plenty of people. You've been hanging out in the stream. If you're a Spurs fan, a supporter of TSR Sports, would love to get to 400 thumbs up on this stream, especially an awesome game as this. So you guys know where the thumbs up is. Smash it. Only once though. I think it is our first OT Trenchant. I agree. Nintendo Lego NBA fan, what's going on? This game has been crazy. Opinion, maybe not, but here we're at Muhammad's a Hawks fan. Thank you for stopping in. Gilherm, that's a Brazilian flag. Tired. Brazilian flag. Jeremy, let's go for it. Man, I hate Freudian slips. And I get beat up for it. Raymond, I hope we win. Greco with the league pass blackout. Wow. Go Spurs, go to everybody. Good to have boomers in the Spurs. Brent and Coach Dyson is game low plus minus 27. No, Twigs. I am not married. I have a girlfriend. We just celebrated our 18-month anniversary 2 days ago. Jay, go Spurs, go to you. 5-minute game. Pat McCaff, I agree. Jorlin, good evening to you. If Furnace needs a boot. What's the record for thumbs up, Bart, on a live stream? 2,000, I think. Ish. Something like that. It is Spurs ball. We win the jump ball. Wemby with the bar now for the Spurs. Gets it over to CP3. CP3 guarded by Daniels, 4 on the shot clock. Chris Paul's going to drive in the paint out to Wemby. Wemby's going to pump and then take the 3. Makes the 3! He had 2 defenders coming at him. Let them both fly by him and then shot the 3. Nicely done, young man. Trae Young with the ball for Atlanta. Gets it out to Dyson Daniels. Daniels guarded by CP3. Dyson drives in the paint. Layup. Rolls off the rim. No good. The putback is no good. The follow-up putback is good by Larry Nance Jr. 1-point game. Thank you, Greg. Over 18 months, she's had to put up with me. That's crazy. And now whistle. And it's on Atlanta. Woo! This, I was surprised they called Wemby on the tech. Yes, you're right. The game could be over, but we could also have missed the free throw. It is what it is. We'll take overtime, right? Man, too bad I couldn't call this game with the Dixon way. 4:07 to go. Chris Paul getting into Keldon. Keldon over to the Sohan. Jeremy drops it off to Devin. I'm getting a little tired. Back to Wemby. Out to Keldon. Keldon's going to take off into the paint and drops the ball. Turnover. Trae Young with the ball. All right. Trae Young still with the ball after my sneeze. Drives in the paint. Layup. Rolls off the rim. These guys are probably getting a little tired too. Fast break for the Spurs. Sohan with the layup. It's going to roll off the rim. What the? Hawks ball. Blocked by Wemby. Jalen Johnson gets rejected. And it's going to be Spurs ball. It's not like Wemby's 5th or 6th block. Your wife has put up with you for 33 years. Huge block by Wemby. Ball is going out of bounds, and then heads a play by Chris Paul to throw it off Trae Young. Wemby want another 5x5. Does he trench it? Nice. Jeremy, Michael Jordan. I'll stand by that until my last day. Wemby in the paint.
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
Wemby just went down the paint, and watch out for that freight train. Dyson Daniels with a nice layup down the other end. It's a 1-point game again. Oh my gosh. Nicholas, no. Mark, I'm in Connecticut. I'm a Spurs fan in Connecticut. Yankees fan, Giants fan, Spurs fan. Chris Paul with the ball for the Spurs. 12 on the shot clock. Gets it to Wemby. Wemby's going to start to take off. Pull up long jumper. Short, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Atlanta ball. Wemby has 4 blocks? It feels like more than that, Dave Downey. Dennis, yeah, that was my bad. My poor attempt at the Dikembe. No. Not making fun of him, rest in peace, but he had such a unique voice. A phenomenal guy on the court and off the court. Trae Young with the ball for Atlanta. Over to Jalen Johnson. Johnson against Johnson. Johnson versus Johnson. Back to Trae Young. Over to DeAndre Hunter for three. No good. Larry Nance with the putback. Dang it. Hawks take the lead by one. Chris Paul bringing up for San Antonio. Tosses back to Wemby. Wemby with a long three. Okay. Wemby has the last 10 for the Spurs. Oh my goodness. This Wemby has to have 40 now, right? He's got 42. And a turnover by the Hawks. Spurs on the run. Keldon into the paint. Layup. Good! 131-26. Hawks ball. Trae Young. I think it was a steal by Sohan on the previous play, by the way, that started the break. Well, we're going to get a couple players tangled up and a foul on Jeremy Sohan. Woo! What a game, guys. General Chicken, what's going on? Wemmy did take that personal, Prince Vic. Clint Capella is benched. He can't do... And no, Planet, he can't. Blick, YT, thank you for stopping in. Hey, Ofa, Joe Dindo. Woo! Thank you, Jeremy. I'm not a Bulls fan, but my goodness, that guy could just take over a game on both ends of the court. So freaking good. It is Hawks ball. 4 on the shot clock. Hunter turnaround J is an air ball. Let's go. My clock's a little behind. And now a foul on Atlanta. And Chris Paul is grabbing his wrist and his elbow on his right arm, his shooting arm. Did Chris Paul have an injury to that earlier this year? Didn't he have something with his thumb or his wrist? He just got hit on he immediately grabbed his wrist. No F Atlanta. No. None of that. Come on, guys. To the Hawks fans, GG no matter what. This has been an absolutely fun game to call. I want the Atlanta Hawks to lose as a Spurs fan because of your draft pick situation over the next 3 years, but I'm not going to say mean things about Atlanta. I certainly don't want any of your players to be injured. Chris Paul, it's hurt. He's on the bench now. Harrison Barnes is checking back in. I guess who's going to run the offense? Sohan? Wemby? Point Wemby? Keldon, apparently. Keldon's bringing it up and directing try. Point Keldon. Keldon with the ball. Going to get it to Wemby. Spurs with a 4-point lead. And in the bonus, Vassell pull-up jumper from the free throw line is short. Larry Nance Jr. with the rebound. Hawks on the run. Trae Young will bring it. Sorry, Dyson Daniels bring it up for the Hawks. Now they get to Trae Young. And Trae Young's going to lose it in the paint. Wemmy's going to dive on the ground. And he gave it to Nance, but we have a whistle before then. Spurs call a timeout. Wow, heads up play. So Wemby dives to the ball for the loose ball, dives to the ground for the loose ball. They call a timeout. It is Spurs ball with 38 seconds left. Bobby, this is overtime. Once the scores, whatever the score is, when this clock hits 0, that is it. That was an amazing timeout. Usually you don't get excited about a timeout. That was a good timeout. No, overtime, it's 1 5-minute quarter, Bobby Bushing. This has been a crazy game. 130 to 126, back and forth all night. And I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Spurs trying to get their back over 500, 14-13, trying to put the Hawks 500 at 14-14. The Spurs have the Atlanta Hawks 2025 first round pick. They have a pick swap in 26. Then they have 2027's first round pick. All 3 picks unprotected. Coach called a timeout. Well, that was a heads up play, Dragon. CP3 got hit on the wrist, went to the bench. Running Joe James, good evening to you. Butterfly says 367 likes. We want 400. Yes, huge wins like this. We always want to get at least 400. Richard viewers go up and yeah, Pat McCaff, I don't know. I have no control over that. Yes, AJ, I can show you the game.
Sucker!
Right, Tony? Let's get a win. Let's get a bucket here, go up by 6, and seal the deal. Atlanta does have 2 timeouts. The Spurs have 1. Both teams are now in the bonus. 38 seconds to go. Watching from St. Lucia. Wemby couldn't get 10 boards in over 30-plus minutes. Well, Toby, Sohan's our best rebounder. He's by far our best offensive rebounder. So I want Jeremy to work out. His 3-point shot is wonky beyond belief. It's not good, but that's a 9th overall pick 2 years ago. and he's only 21. I really hope things pan out with him. And CP3 is back in the game. Chris Paul's back in the game, so I guess he's all right. Chris with the ball right now, looking for a screen with Kelvin. Doesn't really get the screen. Now calling for Wemby with 10 on the shot clock. CP3 still with the ball. Switch with Larry Nance on CP3 for 3. Oh, God! Paul coming back from injury. The point guard drives. 7-point game. Jagger! Oh, no, Coyote. There you go, buddy. Sorry. 33 for 126. Chris Paul's offense was invisible the first 3 quarters, and then he comes to life in the fourth quarter and overtime. What the what? Yeah, Coyote's okay. Coyote's okay. Coyote give you a good boot pledge. You give a boot pledge, you know he's okay. That had to have been the dagger. 7 points with 18 seconds to go. Wemby with 42 points, only 6 rebounds. Somebody just mentioned losing a parlay. 6 rebounds for Wemby. Chris Paul has 7 rebounds. Chris Paul's like half his height. And Wemby's still having a great game. He's 7 of 15 from 3. I don't like him taking 15 threes, but he's making almost half of them. Fire at will. Devin Vassell's 5 of 7 from 3. Chris Paul's 3 of 3 from 3. Harrison Barnes is 0 for 4. What a fantastic game, guys. I'm glad I got to share this with you tonight. This was a lot of fun. It's not over yet, but feeling pretty good about it. Point. Oh, my God. I like that, Raymond. Chris has made all his shots. CP3, CP4. He's made all 4 of his shots. You're welcome, Gribbler. I'm staying till the end. We'll go over the endgame stats after this, but what it should be over. I mean, yeah, it should be. It's not over officially, but we should have this one. I'd be shocked if we don't. 22 Hawks turnovers. Nice. Whoops. A little premature clockulation there. So getting into Trae Young. Trae's going to drive. Throws it up. Oh, board. Trying to get it over Wemby's hand. He threw it over everything. That's that. What a. I don't know if Wemby tipped that. I don't think he did. No, he didn't. That's it, guys. Blocked. It wasn't blocked. Trae Young just tried to throw it over Wemby and threw it into orbit. What a great win for our Spurs. Atlanta, you dropped this. Here you go. Yeah, give them the L. Hey, good game, Atlanta Hawks fans. That was a lot of fun. An overtime game, our first one this year, but a Spurs win. This was awesome. Pedra Alta, thank you for stopping in. Wembanyama with 100 blocks tonight. I don't know if he had 100. In your face, DeAndre. Yeah, in your face. By the way, please hit the thumbs up on the way out. I'd love for us to get to 400. Would really like us to get to 500, but I'll take 400 as a consolation prize. Awesome game. Awesome game. Thank you, Butterfly. Keeping track. You want some Chuck Norris? Yeah, we just Chuck Norris him in overtime. Student of the Saber. That was a great game. Torrey, I don't want to say Trae Young blew the game. I mean, I don't know how he did tonight. Let me look at his stats. Let's go pull up the stats. Spurs back up over 500, and actually I want to pull up the standings in the Western Conference. As Jeremy Sohan's getting mugged by Damascene while he's trying to do an interview. Guys having some fun. I don't know if ESPN's going to have the standings updated right away. The Atlanta Hawks are. It's not updated. Atlanta Hawks are. They're a playing team right now at 14-14. The Eastern Conference is pretty duty. You got the Nets in the 10th spot at 11-16. So the Hawks are going to probably make at least the play-in. If 76ers can get their heads out of their butts, maybe they can push. But that all sounded bad. Spurs at 14-13 will be tied with the Warriors, who also got obliterated tonight. So the Spurs are right there playing territory too. And now we're finally healthy. The Spurs are healthy for the first time in the year. This is the first time this year the starting lineup that was supposed to start game 1 finally started. Victor Wembanyama, Jeremy Sohan, Harrison Barnes, Devin Vassell, and Chris Paul. We finally saw that lineup, and oh my gosh, Memphis destroyed Golden State 144-93. Well, let's look at our Spurs. Let's talk about Atlanta first. Zachary Rissache scored 9 points, struggled from the 13. Jalen Johnson with 22 points and 9 rebounds, 3 blocks, 2 steals, did have 4 turnovers. Clint Capella with 10 points and 9 rebounds, but had no answer for Wemby. Trae Young with 23 points, 16 assists, 3 was pretty efficient from 3. Actually very efficient. 3 of 6 from 3. Did have 5 turnovers though. Dyson Daniels with 4 points. And quiet night from Dyson Daniels. Only 1 steal. The NBA leader in steals with only 1. Off the bench, Hawks went with a 9-man rotation. Larry Nance Jr. was huge. 21 points, 13 rebounds, 5 of 6 from 3. DeAndre Hunter was also a monster off the bench. 27 points on 9 of 15 shooting. Bogdanovich with 10 points. And Vit Krejci with donut. 0 for 4 from 3. Did have 3 steals, 3 rebounds, and 3 rebounds, so he had a triple 3. I don't know. For our Spurs, Jeremy Sohan, 20 points, 8 boards, 4 assists, and 2 blocks. Harrison Barnes, not a great night, 6 points, 2 of 9 shooting. Wemby with a huge night, 42 points, 7 of 15 from 3. Only 6 rebounds. Yeah, did not rebound too well tonight. 5 assists, 2 steals, 4 blocks, did have 5 turnovers. He had 4 turnovers in the first half, so he really cleaned up those turnovers in the second half in overtime. Chris Paul with 12 points, but was huge for us at the end of the game, hitting all 4 of his shots, including 3 of 3 from 3, 7 boards, 8 assists, 4 steals, also had 4 turnovers. Devin Vassell was a solid night, 23 points on 9 of 16 shooting. Off the bench, we won a 10-man rotation. Julian Champagnie with 8 points, Keldon Johnson with a good night for him, 11 points on 5 of 9 shooting, 5 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals. Charles Bassey, only 8 minutes tonight, 4 points, 4 boards. Trey Jones with not his best night, 2 assists and a foul. That's it. In 14 minutes, he had 2 assists and a foul. He did not score. He was 0 for 2. Stephon Castle, really a roller coaster tonight. He was ice cold, then he hit a couple shots, and he went back to cold again. He had 7 points on 3 of 10 shooting. Did have 3 assists and 1 steal and 1 turnover. Spurs shot 45% from 3 tonight. They had 17 turnovers total. The Hawks had 22 turnovers, shot 42% from 3. Whew, that was a lot of stats. That's a lot of stats. Let me bring up the chat. Make sure I did not miss any super chats. I have done that before. I don't ever want to do that again. I did not. Oh, I'm kind of tired out, guys. That was a great game. And did we get the 400 likes? We did. Nice. Merry Christmas, all here, no cape. What a great win. I'm just glad we didn't waste this great winning. I know. Rich, your microphone struggles. Sometimes the audio can't be listened. Is anybody else having issues with the sound, or is it just Carlos? Nobody else has mentioned the sound tonight, so I'm wondering if it's me or if it's him. Not trying to be mean, Carlos. I'm just wondering. Laura Lynn, you're welcome. We have not missed a game yet this year. We covered all the Summer League games, all the preseason games. Sound issues, yes, sounds good. So I'm getting different cuts when I get loud? All right, so I'll turn down the mic just a little bit. I'll turn it down to 80. Keep us maybe out of the red and have it not clip anymore. Merry Christmas to everybody. I know when I get loud, it can clip. I'm hoping it did when I yell a little bit, so all right. Hopefully it's not doing it now. I did adjust things just a little bit. So hopefully oh, you know what? This is a new mic too. This is a different mic, so I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful. We had just adjusted things with the ice mic, but with the new computer, the mic inside the computer seems to be working fine. So, and less echoey, I think. So hopefully that little adjustment helps. Sean, you're welcome. We'll be live for every Spurs game the rest of the season. So if you're looking for a place to hang out and a wonderful Spurs community to hang out with, we'll be here every game. Mitch Johnson's about to do an interview, and Chris does make a difference. He was a huge difference maker tonight. Even that, what I liked from our guys tonight, from Chris Paul, and we expect this from a vet, but even Stephon Castle, when Castle's shots weren't going, he still fought and then ended up making a couple shots at the end of the game. CP3 quiet the whole game and then came up when we needed him. The music sounds better with the. I'm wearing Kelvin. I joke and say it's Chris Paul's jersey. It's a Kelvin jersey. Yeah, so CP3 came up big at the end. Oh, Kelvin was fine too. Well, he was good. So that's it, my friends. It's almost 11 o'clock where I am. This was a great win, and I appreciate y'all being here. We'll be back Saturday night. Portland Trailblazers, right? So, Merry Christmas, everybody. And, well, of course, we'll be live tonight, next Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. Saturday night and then Christmas. There might be a game in between that. But that's, I'm going to call it, my friends. I'm pretty tired out. What a win. What a win. What a win. On behalf of myself, Lil Mikey, Ed Van Grogu, Baby Coyote, and Selena. What you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Spurs go.